I'm here. Started streaming as in what they can hear. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. They can hear everything. Just like last week when we said they can't hear, and then they immediately started typing, "We can hear." Yeah, could have been worse, John. A lot worse. Right. I don't know if you're watching this, but contact lenses are coming out. Been up in the loft. Dusty. Oh, good content, that. Right, now I can't see where I put my glasses. Mm-hmm. Five, eh? Easy mode. So, what am I now looking for? Where's a link or anything? I want to go in. Yeah. So you put the link in the group, didn't you? All the groups. Who picked up Helm Hammerhead? Bloody hell, Ben, you got arrested. 20-minute roll. Stop saying Helm. Okay, I have a link. I have a link that I've now muted. And I am now skipping the ad. Oh, they're there. Look at that. All those people are in. See, Ben B, evening gents, we can hear you. We can hear you faffing about. See, they can. And you've said Helm a lot. Yeah, you need to work on that bit. One of these days, we're gonna get libelled. We're gonna get shut down. Yeah, I suppose. And Ben. It's just me. How would that possibly be? Can you confirm? Like, obviously, we haven't started yet. Everyone who can hear us, but can you confirm? Imagine if we had started. Is it just me you can hear, or is it Steve you can hear as well? Let's see if this is happening. We can own. Zarf Angle says we can only hear Damian. So get on that, will you? And it must also be like crazy, right? Because it must sound like some sort of lunatic just chatting to himself.
There we go.
Imagine they can't hear us for a second. Do you want to?
They should be able to hear me now.
Yeah, that'd be the hope.
How are you doing, guys? Good to see you. We're back in. Steve's back at the helm. We're going to see how many times we can say the word helm today.
That's the dream. There's lots of people now responding saying that it's just me or whatever.
Yeah, they should be able to hear me now as well. So when the stream catches up.
So what I reckon, this is what I was going to say to you if I hadn't been making the bed in the 10 minutes before the stream, is if we just say hi to everyone, see who's in and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then from there, once it's sort of had 5 minutes to settle and for a few people to come in, hopefully we can go through the point of what we're doing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Does that work for you? Well, why don't you do that bit then?
Oh, right, yes, you just didn't want to do it. Okay, fair enough. Right, so in tonight, I'll run through everyone who's in. Everyone's saying hi, and talking about that they can hear Damian. He's talking to himself. So we have Stephen Devlin. How are you doing, Steve? We've got Shadowhunter079. Says good day, my man. Zorp's in. I'm assuming that's Lucky. How are you doing, my friends?
Reciprocate. Can we pun on stream and reciprocating?
Reciprocate. Reciprocate's a funny word. It always makes me feel a bit funny when I say it. Yeah.
Restreamrocate.
Restream. Oh, Nolsey Cody's in. Stuart Russell's in. Benji B, yes, BG's in. Antoine Chulink is in. Hello. South Irongel's in. Lucky's saying he can hear you faffing about. Michael Haskell's in. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Michael.
Bradley Cobden is in, but he's now become Bradley Grant Cobden. Why not?
Did he get married?
Double barrel. Stanners 91 is in. And Stanners saying, who needs Steve? Puff.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Jesus. Robin Pronk's in. Macklin's in. How you doing, Mackers? It's been too long, my friend.
Excellent work. Thomas Macklin.
And Mackers had a great time in Disneyland. I had an amazing time last week. It was awesome. So, Macklin's coming next week, apparently.
Yeah, this is just going to be 3 hours of you talking about Disney, right? That's the plan.
I'm a convert. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I really did. Where are we? Brushball is in. How you doing, Gaz? Josh Harbert's in from Minnesota. Welcome, my friend. Squid Boy's in. From
Minnesota, so they're behind, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's early evening.
Yeah, it's about 5-6 p.m. for them, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, Easy Street.
Easy Street.
Carmen's in. How you doing, Carmen?
Carmen's, I live and breathe.
And Dan G. Ross is in.
Dan G. Ross, as I live and breathe. What a time to be alive.
So I think we are all caught up. So do you want to, for anyone who's not or didn't join in last week, why not? But do you want to let them know what we're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll also talk about the prize that you know nothing about, because we didn't really have a chance to chat about it beforehand.
True that.
But yeah, we can do that. So indeed, yeah. Hi, welcome to episode 2 of Battle Streams in Middle Earth.
2 already.
Which I know. We did 1 and now 2. It's
it feels
incredibly...
like only a couple of weeks ago we did 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Inspired by the wonderful Lachlan Lennon-Keane, who is in tonight. If you've checked out on Zorp, every fortnight he's doing a stream of one of these bad boys, the Battle Games in Middle Earth part work. And he's doing an amazing job of going through them and painting up the models that came with them. And Foham, he didn't miss anything. I'm literally doing it now. Painting up the models that came with them, now making the scenery that came with them, playing the battle report, and then giving them away. More on that later. And he's done, I think he's done 4 of them now. And we decided, I thought it was such a cool idea that we'd nick it. But we can't do it anywhere near to either the tech level or the regularity of him.
Whoa! Tech level.
Sorry.
Get better,
sorry. I'm so sorry. But our plan was, this was inspired as a way to clear out your backlog. So in our first episode, we had issues 1 and 2 of this wonderful magazine, and the idea was that everyone's got a huge backlog of models that they haven't painted. We all know it, and most of them are it's very often this kind of Battle Games in Middle Earth stuff. So we thought, wouldn't it be great if we could just, rather than letting these models die, we could actually paint them instead. And so that's what we did last time. And so we had a choice last time of the Moria Goblins or the Last Alliance troops, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we both painted up some Moria Goblins for our backlogs and got them done. And suddenly you then have painted models instead of unpainted models, and it's wonderful. And so we're doing the same again. And I really enjoyed it last time. It seemed to be quite popular. And there was lots of nice comments about rewatch value. I don't know if you saw them on the video that people watched it.
Yeah, I was catching up. It was enjoy. It's got quite a few after views, which is always good.
Yeah. So we figured we could do about 1 of these a month. So 1 for every 2 of Lockie's, which then means that we do 1 every 2 issues. So for this one, we have these 2 issues, 3 and 4, which I've been through and kind of read through over the last couple of weeks. And issue 3 came with, which round was it? Was it issue 3 Frodo? Yeah, issue 3 was Frodo, and issue 4 was some fighting Uruk Hai. So the plan is that for this session, that we would paint up some old abandoned Uruk Hai models or an old abandoned Frodo sculpt.
Yep.
And the hope is that it helps us, but then also if you really want to get engaged and get involved, you do it at the same time. So you can prime your models ahead of the stream, and then you can join us and paint them on the stream, and so on and so forth, and hopefully clear through some backlog. But the key thing that was really important if you want to play along, it's meant to be stuff that you weren't going to paint.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal. That it's not part of an existing army. That the idea is you dig something out of a dusty cupboard that would never have seen the light of day, and get some paint on it. So hopefully we'll catch up in the chat because the chat's going wild already, which is exciting. But we'll catch up with all that in a while. But the idea is you paint along with us tonight, and we'll be here. We haven't really talked about this, but I guess we'll be here till midnight.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think 3 hours would get me done on what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know particularly about yours, but that's about the time, and we have an incentive. Ooh. Yeah. So Tim McKnight, who's a lovely gent from America, who I met at the Nova Open one of the years or a couple of years, I can't honestly remember. He got in touch and said he really enjoyed watching the stream after the fact, and he had some pretty cool prizes to give away.
Nice.
And he said, would we be interested in giving away on the stream? I said, well, if you don't mind, that sounds spectacularly good. So he has shipped over to me. Now, we haven't actually looked into this for the delay. I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but where are they? He shipped over to me. Let me see if I can find how this is looking. These bad boys. Can you see that, Steve?
Yeah, I can see that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Balrog,
so this is I'll take it out of a little packet. This is a metal priority counter that Tim had made for his Mayhem in the Mountains tournament.
Yeah.
It says, is that focused all right?
Yeah, that looks cool. Gimli's axe, yeah.
Yeah, Mayhem in the Mountains. There we go. Mayhem in the Mountains. Good priority. And on the back, Mayhem in the Mountains, evil priority. And he offered to send these over, and I was like, yeah, sure. And I didn't really know what to expect. And they're amazing. They're absolutely awesome. It's like a big, solid chunk of metal, really nice, nicely embossed. Can you see any embossing on there? It's quite cheeky. But he sent over 5 of these. He sent over.
Giving 3 away, right?
You've jumped ahead there, Steve, because what's happened is I've already taken the cut for the streamers, you see. So he sent over more than that.
Nice.
There'll be, I think we've got 5 to give away on the stream. And so what I recommend we do, and bearing in mind this is a bit like the Palantir quiz questions, right? Yeah. People could cheat. So what I recommend we do is if you are painting the thing you're meant to be painting on this stream, you get entered. And can you still do the photos like you did last time?
Yeah.
So the idea is what you need to do is right now you send Steve a picture of a Frodo sculpt or some plastic Uruks. So you can have fighting Uruk-hai, siege troops or scouts will allow, and any Frodo sculpt. And if that's what you're painting on, it's not too late. You can run to a case now if you want to be entered. Send him a photo now, and then you send us another photo in about 3 hours, or if you can only get an hour, as long as you get some paint on him, some progress. And if you've made progress on one of the correct models, you get entered into our little draw, and we'll draw a winner at the end. That sound good?
That sounds awesome, but I see one problem with this.
Brilliant. What is it?
I will now get nothing painted. Because I'll be looking at pictures in the private messages for the next 3 hours.
Well, it should have. I mean, that doesn't really affect me, does
it? Standard O'Brien.
But I would hopefully you could just check in on it every half an hour, right?
Yeah.
I would have thought. I mean, you can sit staring at your inbox if you want. Doesn't trouble me.
How many people's in the chat?
Quite a lot, I think. But they're all probably going to be they're going to be working on different things, I think. So that's the hope. And so if we do that, we'll certainly do that every time for the next 4 or 5 streams, because we've got 4 or 5 of them. But the idea is that it should hopefully motivate people to paint the right thing. And then like we did last time, we'll have a thread afterwards where everyone can put up the models they painted on the stream and help to clear out some cool models from the backlog they never would have done otherwise.
I like it.
Ta-da! So there we go.
It's good. It's a good idea.
That's Battle Streams of Middle Earth. That's the prize giveaway. That's what you can do. Get involved. You are obviously welcome to paint anything you want, but and join us, or paint nothing at all and just be here for the thrills and the visuals. But if you want to be entered into the thrilling live draw, It's got to be some plastic Uruks or Frodo. Yeah,
Cool
that work.
beans. Very, very good.
Boom. So there we go. That's me. That's me talking
Is
for
that your bit
ages.
done? Is that?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
me done. I'm out. I'll see you in 3 hours.
I've just started. I'm just laying down. I've got my 5 Uruk pikemen. Base coat with a lot of them in lead belcher, and now I'm just filling in the flesh.
So you're working on some plastic fighting Uruks, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What about yourself?
I'm working on the models that I sent you the photo of.
Oh yeah.
Mm. There you go. Sort yourself out.
You know what? I'll whack that up.
Well, that was why you wanted me to send it to you.
Yeah. I'll whack that up now. Where did you send it to me? Did you send it me in private
Nah,
message?
it's Facebook on it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Facebook.
Let me
There
find
should
it.
be a group shot of all the models that I'm working on tonight.
Oh, Calman sent me his already. Keen.
Oh, Cal's in the draw. And he loves the dwarf as well. I mean, it's the wrong kind of dwarf, but he does like dwarf, so he's probably up for a dwarf priority token.
Oh, I think I might have unfriended you, mate.
Me?
By accident, of course.
You've unfriended me
No,
by
I
accident.
haven't really. Right, okay. So if I download that, boom, show file. Rename.
If you download it now, and this is something you asked me to send you like hours ago, right?
Yeah, well, I was on the phone then.
It's on the phone. Nothing I could do about it. So let us know, whoever's in, who is painting what, and what you're doing, and any other exciting things. And we will do our best to chime in and catch up with you over the next few hours.
So, your stuff is on screen.
Is it?
Yep.
Cool. We got that classic thing from last week or last time where I'm watching it and it's not on yet, but let's assume it is.
Yeah.
So these are my Uruks that I've got out. I did exactly what we've talked about for this stream, where I dug out 10 fighting Uruk-hai that I had literally sitting, that actually gone into the box that I was going to sell this year. 10 unassembled, unloved plastic Uruks, cleaned them all up and assembled them. But if you look closely, you may find there are more than 10 in that picture. And that is because I've also got in here the crew for a siege ballista. Because I'm painting them in exactly the same way.
Love the captain for the siege ballista.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. So I decided I added another siege ballista to my GT army about a week ago or something. And so obviously I have to kind of get them speed painted. So I decided to do, they're just Uruks after all, they're fighting Uruks. So I thought I'd do them all at the same time. And also there's one more model in there, which is, where is he? Sneaking away at the back there. I've converted a captain. A lot of the Rohan at War scenarios call for 3 Uruk-hai captains with shield, and I only had 2. And if you want to do the assault at Helm's Deep Legion above about 700 points, you need a 3rd captain. I suppose you could do a shaman. And so I just chopped one up. It's a really, really simple, easy conversion. I'm not blown away by it, but it's a Gundabad Orc's head and a Gundabad Berserker's hand and weapon, and then just stuck him on a rock so he stands out a bit. So
that gets shot easily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, make him a bit crapper. That was the plan there. And so he's so I've got 14 models there, and again, in exactly the same way I did last time. The way I think I've got a chance of getting through these tonight is because I am matching my old army. I'm not painting them as I would now. I painted an Uruk-hai army in about 2011 or 2012 or something, and did it in a really, really simple scheme.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is trying to match them to that. And so the arm, what you can see already is the arm has been done exactly the same as the Morio Goblins, which was dry brush. It was sprayed black, then dry brushed on was it bronze or something? Castellax bronze. Dry brushed Castellax bronze and dry brushed Ironbreaker. That's the armor done. And then the skins painted Doomball brown, some of the straps are painted Steel Legion Drab, and some of the straps are painted Bestial Brown, and that's it. And then it all gets given a wash of Nuln Oil.
The magic.
Yeah, magic Nuln Oil. Except the armor, actually. I found that in an old painting guide I did on the One Ring that I didn't wash the armor, so I didn't do it this time either. And then I just highlight the 3 colors: Doomball Brown, Steel Legion Drab, and Mornfang Brown. Again, just do one highlight on them, and that's it. They're done. So I'm really actually only painting probably about 3 colors tonight.
Yeah.
Might pick out some teeth as well, but that's the plan, and they'll be done.
I always found like picking out the teeth on these makes the world of difference to the overall look.
Yeah, you get some get Baneblade Brown or a Carth Flesh or something like that, and then just chuck a wash over them. Might do a Rakeland Flesh Shade wash to make it look a bit reddy, like blood in the mouth or something.
Yeah.
Gum disease, whatever. And that'll be it. But it is 14 models, so it's a fair few to whack through. But I think because it's only 3 colors, so my basic plan is a color an hour.
Yeah.
So if I can finish the skin by 10, I'll be like, right, we're on track. We're doing it right. So that's me, and that's my goal and my aim. Have you got the other photo of I've got the where they are now and the finished comparison ones.
Let's have a look. Boom, boom. I've got the captain.
Yeah, so whack him up if you want.
The captain.
Yeah, and I'm just going to shoot. I think they were all saying last time that whenever we were talking about a delay, there wasn't a delay.
Yeah, there isn't for them.
Yeah. Okay. So the delay's just for us, is it?
Yeah, it's just for us.
Okay. Cool.
Save image.
Yeah, I'm kind of motoring through these a little bit. The difference between these and the Mario Goblins last time is that I will be using these because I'm taking the Helm's Deep Legion to the GT. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll take the Uruks that I paint to the GT.
Nice.
So these guys will actually see the tabletop. Except, ironically, the captain, because I don't need him. So he'll just be chucked in a case and probably never be used again.
So I'm just making him a little bit bigger because the image is small. There we go. He's up.
The captain's up?
Yep.
There you go. So he's just a fighting Uruk Hai. Normal fighting Uruk Hai with the hand chopped off and a berserker hand and a big weapon put on. I don't think you can have that, can he? But I'll just use it as a sword. I'm not really interested in gaming it, whatever. And a Gundabad head that I actually had knocking about lying on it. So it's very, very basic. And I'm not even particularly fond of it, to be honest. It's weird how much putting the Gundabad head on it shifts the aesthetic. But
yeah.
He'll be my third choice captain.
Makes him stand out though. That's all I'm.
Yeah, exactly. If I ever use him, people know who he is.
Yeah.
Which is the goal. I was more impressed with the other conversion. Is he available?
Oh yeah. Just hang on a second. TV's gone off. Standard.
TV's gone off.
TV.
Oh, TV's gone off. Is that bad? The TV meant to go off.
So I have a couple of images.
So it's just one of an Uruk on his own, isn't it?
Yeah, is that the one you want?
Yeah.
Or the one that's side by side?
Just the one on his own to begin with, because that's the other conversion. Because this dude, yeah, see, mad skills, right? Because what happened with this dude, whenever he pops up?
2 seconds.
I'm trusting in you for him to pop up rather than, he's up.
Yeah, he's up.
So this dude is I was literally digging through this plastic bag of old Uruks that had just been God knows where to come from, and I ended up really bizarrely with a pikeman body but no pike.
Ooh,
and then I know, and I also ended up with I think like a spare shield and a spare arm for some reason. So God knows if it was an old conversion from years ago or something, but I had these bits left. So that is, I was really happy with the pose actually as he turned out. But that's just a pikeman's body with a swordsman's sword and shield put onto him, and I think he looks quite dramatic. But
cool.
It was good to use like the last of those few pieces and get him on. So that's him.
He looks awesome.
And
I'm gonna jump into the chat
Do it.
because
See what the kiddies are
last
saying.
week we took ages, and then it took me about an hour to catch up. So if you want to crack on painting, and then you can just chip in as and when.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm already cracking on, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got Urks to paint. That's how
Let's.
seamless I do this. All of that stuff I just done was done whilst painting.
That's just legendary.
I mean, can't you see it on the camera?
Well, I wasn't watching. I was painting, wasn't
Ah, cool. You're also painting.
I? Stuart Russell saying very low volume. Steve, is this still the case for everybody? If it is, my most sort of advanced tech suggestion would be turn the telly up. But I could turn my mic up, or would that be too much for everyone? If I turn
I mean,
my
you
mic
sound alright to me, but then I've got my volume's only up half. So.
Yeah, I've turned my mic up a little bit. Hopefully, it's not too loud for some people. Carmen says, "Hey guys, I'm still working on this Isengard backlog." Cry face.
Because that's for his GT army.
Yeah, he's got to bring evil on it.
He's taking the same as me.
Squid Boy, SBG overload for me today. Attended Rich's event at the Forge too. Cool. I seen the pictures, and it looked very, very cool, that event. It was a nice little event for a lot of new players were there. When I say new, I mean like there was a few players who've only played a handful of games, and there were some players who've only been playing a few months. So that was really good.
There's some of your Manchester crew, wasn't it?
Some of the Manchester clan, yeah. I couldn't get down. Obviously, just getting back from Disney and stuff, and the kids being off this week, I couldn't wangle it. But yeah, it looked really good. Did look really good. One day event.
Yeah, I saw the group picture. It was cool. How did you get on? Who was that?
That was Squid Boy. Yeah, how did you get on, Squid Boy?
Did you win?
Stanley says, "Love you really, Steve." I'll let you off. Dan G. Ross. So after Disneyland, is this a Star Wars Legion stream now? No. Star Wars stuff was really cool, actually. Really cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Not as cool as the Frozen stuff, right?
The Frozen stuff was epic. The firework display thing at the end of the day was just...
Did you cry?
World. Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
I did. Absolutely.
Josh Herbert says it's 3 p.m. there in Minnesota.
3 p.m. That's in Minnesota, is it?
Yeah.
Happy afternoon.
3 p.m. You've got the rest of the day to yourself. Think about that.
All before you. Your whole life before you.
Nosy Cody, Steve was in Disney in December with my family for the first time. Really magical. Thoroughly enjoyed our time there. Did you enjoy it? I did, my friend. It was really good. Just seeing the looks on the girls' faces. I've got two young girls. We went for lunch with the princesses. Like a 3-course meal.
You saw the same Sleeping Beauty we did.
Yeah.
I recognised her in the photo.
Yeah, and it was
not allowed to be in 100 foot of her anymore, but that's just...
Well, we didn't tell the girls what they were doing. We kind of just said, "Oh, we're getting hungry now, girls." We'd booked it in advance, and it's Daisy's birthday next week.
Nightmare! Look who turned up. Oh no!
So it was like coming in, but the girls were like, "No, I want to go on. I want to go on." I can't remember what the ride was. That turtle ride thing.
Crush's Coaster.
Crush's Coaster, yeah. They're like, no. So they were like kicking off a bit going in, and then all of a sudden they just seen one of the princesses walk past the door, and it was like jaws hit the ground, and it was like, "Oh." But yeah, it was good. It was really good. Matt King's in. Evening, gents. How you doing, Matt?
Matt King.
I hear your brother Alistair done very well at his events. Well, not his.
No, I've just heard. Not to interrupt you. I've just heard someone say that you're quieter than me.
Yeah, I am. Damian is the loud one.
Right.
So just saying, like, you know what I mean. So
do you want to just be sassy about it, or are you going to do something about it?
I can put the mic closer to my gob. That's the extent.
I could turn down my input volume as well if you want.
Yeah. So if Damien turns, in fact, I can turn you down, Damien.
That's a dangerous control.
So if I turn you down, and everyone does,
oh God, it's like being a teenager again.
If I knock you back and then everyone just turns the telly up, we should be all right. Stuart Russell, would they ever re-release the magazine again? I hope they do a more current version, but
Yeah, well, they've got.
Who knows?
It's a big question. They've just started. They did Conquest last year, 40k, and they just started doing the Mortal Realms for Age of Sigmar. And you wouldn't have thought that Middle Earth is potentially big enough these days for them to do it. But if they're ever going to do it, it'll be for the Amazon series, right?
Yeah. Lachlan's pretty much kind of responded in the chat with a very similar.
We're very similar guys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know if they will. What did Lockie say?
Lockie says there's a better chance of a new mag with the Amazon The old content is way too all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's as soon as they'd need something that would kind of grab people's attention that's hot right now, kind of thing, I suppose.
I mean, I'd say that the TV series or whatever it be won't be big enough. But then if Age of Sigmar's big enough, which has no kind of media
Ooh.
thing
Yeah,
behind it.
but Age of Sigmar doesn't need it. Age of Sigmar's like huge anyway.
Yeah, but that's not what these are aimed at, right? They're not aimed at existing people. It's aimed at people. Yeah.
No, but it's a funny one because I collected the 40k one because I started to learn how to play 40k.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people, I was in a lot of Facebook groups, a lot of the people who collected it were existing players just because it works out cheaper to buy it. Yeah. So a lot of the sales, I'd say 50% of the sales was probably on existing players just for the cheapness of the models.
That's an interesting made up statistic you got.
Yeah, just plucked it out of the air, mate. I googled it before it come on. I knew it was going to come up, so I just googled it. Yeah. It's actually 52%, but yeah. Matt King says, Damian, what armies are you taking to the GT, or is it a secret?
It's not a secret. I am taking the Assault on Helm's Deep Legendary Legion, and if I get the right things painted, I'm taking the Aemer's Riders Legendary Legion.
Very nice. Aemer's Riders seems quite popular.
Yeah, it's just for a themey matchup, really. Yeah. Although I'm quite pleasantly surprised. It's interesting because Lockie's in, who really doesn't rate the Assault on Helm's Deep Legion. I think it's really good, and I've just had my first test game with it, and it absolutely murdered the opposition.
Is this the one with the elves?
No, the Isengard one.
Oh, the Isengard one.
Yeah, and I played it against he's in actually. I played it against Macklin.
Right.
And I don't think you'll mind me saying it because we had a good laugh about it, but I think what was the stat they were. The army, he had the Return of the King Legion with Aragorn and the King of the Dead.
Yeah.
And they were broken by the third turn.
What?
And I think he never rolled to wound one of my models. I killed like 8. I lost 8 models, and I think I killed them all with ballista shots from the bomb. But the ballistas I had 2 ballistas, and it was just like pew 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 pew.
Jeez.
Because they get to re-roll scatters and hits on the
Legion. The re-rolls are a killer, aren't they?
Brutal.
Yeah.
And the argument was always, I think the counter argument is that you don't have heroic strike, but it turns out you don't need heroic strike if their heroes spend the entire game on their asses, being blasted away from the battle line. So I'm not taking it to try and win, but I was pleasantly surprised with its effectiveness.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what Damian's bringing. He says, asks if I'm attending. I'm hoping to be there on the Saturday and Saturday evening. I'm not playing, didn't get a ticket, and I couldn't wangle that full weekend free. Just like really busy at the moment, but I'm hoping to be there Saturday, so hopefully I'll get to catch up with a few of you. Yeah, we'll have a cuddle and a steak.
Like, steak, what times of your life?
Stuff of dreams.
Beef eater life.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh yeah. Bradley says, I've spent the day watching all of the videos from this year. It's been a deep dive back into the hobby for me today. Good man.
What is that? GBHL?
Must be.
Oh, nice. Is that Bradley Cobden?
It is Bradley Grant Cobden, I'll have you know.
Oh, good work, Bradley. Cheers, man. Hope you enjoyed it.
So yeah. And then Dan says, I was just about to say I've been working on a bunch of high elves instead of goblins, but that's part of a list I'm building. Still going to claim that I'm trying to work along, though. You do that, brother. Stick to it. Stuart Russell says, colours ? And Dan's asking if that was aimed at him.
Colours.
Tim says, that looks an amazing token.
Yeah, they are. Oh, that's what we're getting to. That's how far behind we are.
Yeah, they look cool. Stuart Russell, paint, lol. Oh, that's a sexy token, says Dan. I'll fly through these.
It could be yours. All you got to do is paint some poor unloved Uruks.
Zalfire Gal, since I painted Uruks last time round, I dug out the Metal Moria Goblins. Amazing models, but I don't think they would otherwise get painted anytime soon. They are beautiful models.
Is he doing them now?
I think so. I think that's what
he's saying. This is how fickle I am. Should we allow that?
Yeah.
It's in the stream, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the theme of the stream.
Yeah, the theme of the stream. It does fit. It has been in a previous magazine.
Yeah.
I think we might allow that.
It's a historical entry.
Yeah. You still got to show that you make progress though, because otherwise people just paint them and send you a photo of them done.
Yeah, or just photocopy it from... copy and paste it from the internet.
Photocopy.
You know what I mean? I'm a 70s child.
Yeah. Like, take your model into a library, photocopy it, and then
10 pence a Xerox. I remember them days. Right, that's all my skin done. So, where are we? Dan G. Ross. Oh snap! I've literally just spotted a random Frodo sculpt on my desk. Get some paint on it, lad.
oh, see, check it out. People are getting excited. They're going, oh, yeah, I could win a token. I could paint an old model.
Richard Clammer's in. How you doing, Rich? I need an update,
Yeah,
Damian, on your painted, stroke sold, stroke bought count. Now you have gained a warband of Uruks.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. So this is my thing about this year, trying to get a more positive painted to unpainted ratio by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm currently in the middle of my next hobby vlog, like filming the clips for it. And I've done a sort of a more in-depth explanation of this, but it's all gone to hell. I'm still hopeful, but I've bought a ton of stuff like already. And I'm sort of naively clinging to the idea that I just wanted to get this stuff, and that's all I needed for the year. So there won't be any more. So we can be hopeful, but I think I'll get it painted. But yeah, I've just picked up 2 warbands of Mordor Urukai.
Oh, Mordor, okay.
I think it was on one of the videos that I've already put out. But I said I really hope they don't release Mordor Urukai, because they're going to be one of the things I want that will make me break this pledge.
Yeah.
They bloody released them. So I'm actually quite positive about what I've done so far. I think I've painted, because of those Moray Goblins and because of these Uruks, I've actually painted quite a lot of models. I think I will have painted about 40 by the end of this, which is tons for me. But yeah, I've bought more. But I'll go into that in some depth in one of my hobby vlogs coming up.
Have you used the Mordor Urukai in game?
Nope, no.
I used them the other week. Went down to Element for a friendly game on the Wednesday night, and I brought a Mordor list. And same as you, this was before they were released. I dug out all my old metal Mordor Urukai, and I just thought I'd use them. They were unpainted and everything. It looked horrible on the table, but I used them. They're great, but low defense is a killer.
You can give them shields, can't you?
You
can give them shields, can't you?
Yeah, I give them shields.
What are they? 4 up to 5 or 5 up to 6?
4 up to 5.
Classic Urukai. That's scouts.
It's grim. Richard Woods is in. How you doing, Rich? Congratulations on your first event, my friend. Looked like it went very well. Does the Frodo from the Clutches of Shelob set count? Of course it does. It's Frodo, right?
It does. Frodo.
Yeah, Frodo.
Easy to paint as well. Yeah. Get it done, man. Get it done. You still have to paint Shelob as well.
Yeah. Michael Haskell. Lachlan's already painted his number 3 and number 4. Does he miss out on the competition then?
Oh, I don't know.
It's got to be painted during the stream, so. Leon K. Who's Leon K? It rings a bell.
It's Curry, isn't
Curry.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. No, I don't even own Uruks, and my Frodo is painted already.
Oh. Strip it.
Yeah, just whack it in some Dettol or something.
Whack it in acetate. And
then... Carlman says, funny enough, I'm also working on another Gimli. As you said, I love a dwarf.
He does love a dwarf.
He loves a dwarf.
It's all right. You are allowed to paint other models as well. We'll allow that.
There's lots of comments to get through. Lucky says he's working on his Geonosis board for Star Wars.
Oh, that's for Legion, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Macklin's painting Frodo. Good man.
Oh, he's in.
He's in
that'd be brilliant if Macklin wins, because then I can just give it to him rather than have to post it.
I have got lots and lots of messages that I'll have to check in a minute, because there'll be pictures. So you can take over the chat in a second. Stanners says, alas, no models for me tonight. Just grab something and paint it, mate.
Just grab Shelob Frodo. Yeah. You paint in 10 minutes.
Zafine Girl, yeah, ballistas are great in the Legion. They're awesome.
Yeah, pew pew.
Stephen Devlin, tonight I'm putting some Harrod down on Generation Shift basis for a tournament next weekend in the Irish Hobbit League. As it stands, it's going to be our biggest ever. The hobby is alive and well. That's awesome news. Awesome news. I keep threatening to get over to Ireland for one of their events. I will. Maybe at the end of the year I'll pop over.
Pop over to Ireland.
Noma Gestus. It's a new name. Let us know where you're from, my friend. He says, hey guys. And
hey.
Greenskin Holland says, hey everyone. Welcome, my friend.
Greenskin Holland?
Yeah. I'm assuming he's in Holland.
And he's a Greenskin.
And he's a Goblin fan.
Yeah.
Or an Orc fan.
Other green screens are available.
Yep. Tim says, Zop up, you know your Glorfindel stroke Fornost army. How are you planning on basing them? Michael Haskell working on my Moran and Command figures. Shadow Hunters saying low volume. I hope we've sorted that. I think that was pre-thingy. Stuart Russell played his first 1,000 point game today. How did it go, my friend?
That's a man-sized game.
Yeah, it's a big game. Pints and Paints Wargaming. Hello, gents. Hello, pal.
That's Jason.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
It's good to have you.
Yeah, welcome.
I miss Pints and Paints, man.
Get back online, mate. Get back online.
I love those videos. See you,
Squid Boy, a very lucky 4th overall, courtesy of a first round buy. That was at the event today.
Richard's event.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shoot Russell, Army of the Dead, Legendary Legion. Those riders of the dead just don't die. Yeah, that's tough.
They die if you got a blister, mate.
Yeah.
They die twice as fast if you got 2.
Leon says, at the minute I'm painting my converted black Numenorians. I've seen a lot of people are using Army of the Dead models. That's for them, isn't it? Black Numenorians?
Yeah, I think some people have.
Yeah. And Pints and Paint says, good evening all. What's on everyone's painting table tonight? I've got 5 Uruk pikemen.
I've got 14 Uruk pikemen because I'm not a noob.
Danji Ross, so we're turning Damian down and turning Steve on. You always turn me on, my friend.
Oh, chicka, wow.
Pints and Paints, I'm working on my Aliens versus Predator table for an upcoming convention. That'll be cool. That will be cool. I love the minis from that because I'm a big fan of the movies. Where are we? Zoppa's up. No heroic strike, mate. You'll have to play really differently, but they're serviceable. Knock them over and blow stuff up. But
absolutely,
definitely not in a top 5 list.
Pew pew.
Bradley Collins says, painting new and old Pelennor Theoden tonight. Forgot how much gold trim frustrated me when painting. Edgy brush.
Theoden's like an absolutely spectacular model, all of them, but I don't like painting him.
Yeah.
I don't like painting any of those Rohan guys, all that kind of recessed armour.
Yeah, it's tough.
Does my nutting.
Where's my special glasses? Here they are. Right, I'm going to just get the... Oh, I've done that. I've done it. I'm better than I thought I was. Right, okay. Yeah. I'm going to dig some of these pictures out.
Do it, man. See what people are up to.
Let's have a look. Ben Stanley sent me a picture. That's all I'll say about it.
You're getting nitty pics. I would love this. I become some sort of chat roulette in here, and you just start getting.
He's saying that I secretly miss him, so I needed that picture. I do miss you, Ben, man. When you get over to Manchester again, we'll get some games in. That'll be a lot of fun. I've got Macklin's picture. Whoop. Right, I'm going to put Macklin's picture up.
Lovely.
The only issue is, Macklin, I wish you'd resend it because you've focused in on your fingerprints, and Frodo is unfocused. But I'll put it up anyway.
Can we see that it's not very painted?
Yeah.
So we can see that he's made progress.
Yeah.
Right, I'll tell you what. Given that you're doing the lion's share of the admin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep track of who we've got in.
Who's in and who's doing
what.
Yeah.
Who's in the running.
So Macklin's picture is up on the screen now. So it'll pop up on your screen if you're watching it through YouTube in a second. And it's the OG Frodo where he's got Sting and he's holding onto the ring which is on a chain around his neck.
That's actually the Battle Games in Middle-earth one, right?
It's still a lovely model.
Yeah. So he's not only painting Frodo, he's painting the right Frodo.
Bonus points.
Unfortunately, points mean nothing here.
Nope. Points don't make prizes in this game. So close that.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's all right. We can see that. There's Mac's beautiful fingers.
I'll get Kalman's up next.
Fingers that spent a lot of last Monday picking Legolas up off his arse. You know what no one tells you about the blister? The real power of the blister, right?
Go on.
It's not the insta-kill. It's not the hit and the threat. What it does is when you hit a hero, because it blasts them back 6 inches, right? Yeah. Or potentially 6 inches, D6. The next turn, their armies probably run forward, so they are whatever 4 or 5 inches away from their army.
Yeah.
They're on their arse, which means they can only move 3, and then you shoot them again, and there's no one around to scatter onto them. So you suddenly hit them on a 2 to 5,
which is a good thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. They can't scatter it onto any one. And then, Steve, you do that for the rest of the game.
And just don't roll once.
Yeah. Well, you get to re-roll them. You get to re-roll.
Oh, true that. Yeah.
Cars. It's amazing.
That's horrible.
So yeah, who cares whether he's dead or not? If he's 30 inches away from you, screaming and lying on the floor.
Screaming, please stop shooting me.
Please stop shooting me with massive bolts.
I put 250 points of my army into this model.
Yeah. It's glorious.
How much are the siege ballistas?
65.
Oh, God.
So I got 2.
Why not?
Pew pew. And yeah, because of the reroll, you essentially get 4 shots a turn.
Yeah, it's grim, that. It's grim. I've popped Kalman's Urukai up.
Oh, that looks a lot like what I've got on my table. That they've been sprayed lead belcher, I believe.
He's doing them exactly the way I've done mine today.
They are looking awesome, mate. That looks like some that's all the pikes in it. Got 9 pikes in there, 2 captains. Oh, is that
2 Capitanos?
That's an old metal captain. I haven't actually got that captain. He'd be good.
Have you not got him?
No.
He's basically the same as.
He's just one of the Ureks, isn't he?
Is it Ugluk?
No, not that one. You twonk, the one next to him.
The one with the big daft helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that one. He was the Battle Games Middle Earth one. Quite appropriate. He's a potential paintee for us in a few issues' time, I think.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I've got him and I've got Rocky as my 2. But I haven't got
Rocky's
that
good.
running one.
Rocky's good.
No, he's all right. Oh, well done, Cal. Oh God, I've got to add him to a list.
Yeah, I better get the next. I'll get the next one.
You are in the running for the token.
Excuse me. Oh jeez, there's lots. Jesus.
Are you pleased about this idea of mine? Or?
Which one?
To get people to send you photos?
Yes, I love it, mate. It's like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Like, Steve, do you want to come on a stream with me while I paint and do my admin?
Oh, whose is this now? Cancel that. I'm forgetting names and everything now. Who's this? This is Dan's next.
Is this Dan G. Ross?
Certainly is. So I'll get this up imminently. Dan G.
And once that's done, put the picture online.
Hey.
I know it's a GBHL, but just when you're live and just chatting, it feels like all bets are off, doesn't it?
We should have a stipulation at the beginning of sending photographs that everyone uses the same resolution on the phone. Just saying.
I don't think you need to worry about stuff like that, given that it's.
Oh no, it's because so when I upload them to the stream program,
yeah.
Some of them are huge, like the pictures are massive, cover the screen, and I have to make them smaller, and then others are like little dots that I have to make bigger. Just work for me, you know what I mean? It's all right. Yeah. Nobody worry about it. It's okay.
Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine.
It's not like I've got 5 Uruks with pikes to paint during the stream or anything. Like,
I'd offer to do it, mate, but I'm just nowhere near, your house. I just feel like you're getting a lot of karma from Tom on this. That like I've done all the heavy lifting on our relationship for years and years, and now it's nice to have someone else doing that sort of stuff. Yeah,
you can say what you want about him because he's not in.
He's never in.
I did message him because he was chatting on Facebook.
He's about definitely. Oh God, wouldn't come in.
I said I messaged him saying, "Oh, are we going to see you then, seeing as you're online?" And he said no because he doesn't like it when you cheat on him with someone else. That's what he said. Pike shafts.
What?
Pike shafts.
What is that? A person or?
Would you go brown or would you go black?
I've gone black, but again, I'm absolutely at the mercy of 7-year-old past Damien. That's past Damien from 7 years ago. He wasn't 7 years old, sadly.
Dan G. Rossi's Frodo is up on the screen and has been for.
Oh, lovely. Is that Emin Mule, Frodo?
I couldn't tell you.
Lovely Frodo there. Looking good. Dan, you are in. In with a chance of winning the token of wonder. Huge thanks to Tim for this, Tim McKnight.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
They sent these over. And we will, when we do run out of markers, which is a problem that we'll have to deal with in about 5 months' time, we'll keep this going, I think. We'll do something else. Steve will give some of his stuff away.
I've got 5 goblins if anyone wants them.
Yeah, you were going to do that?
Yeah.
That was on your other stream, wasn't it?
I don't know. And then the month after that, I'll have 5 Uruks.
Yeah. I really like the idea that this stream, I get my backlog painted and you absolutely achieve nothing. You just do a load of admin and give away models. That'd be quite nice.
So
because normally you're far more prolific than me at painting. So I think that we could use this, 3 hours a month. We could even it out a bit.
Yeah.
You don't get anything painted, and you give away some of your painted models, and I get stuff.
I basically become a painting charity and just paint things and give them away.
Yeah. Well, I saw your other page. You're giving away armies, right?
Yeah. Oh, I've not given that away yet. Actually, we've got
do it on the screen, mate. Do it now.
We've got to do the.
I really wind up the others on TTG.
Yeah, I'd love that. Up on the screen now is probably the most difficult Frodo to paint. From Rich Woods.
It's got to be Shelob.
It'll pop up in a second.
So Rich Woods is doing Shelob. I actually thought this is when I did give some thought to this. Oh, there he is. It's a lovely little model. I did think that's why we can't do who makes like the best progress, because it just it rewards anyone who's a speed paint or anyone who chooses an easy model. So I just think it's better to anyone who's working on it gets entered into a draw.
Yeah.
And then win. So that was Rich Woods, yeah?
Yep.
He's on the list.
Let's have a look at what else we got. And then I'll get back in chat. I've just for some reason when I click someone's image and right click save the image in the chat box on Facebook, as soon as I do it and it comes out of it, it flicks right back to the start of the chat. And I've just noticed that the first time I met Rich was around February 2019. Well, he's thanking me for the game. We played at the Forge when I had my Army of the Dead and Rich had Rangers, which was horrible to play against.
What, you were?
No, Rangers. They're just
sorry.
Just bonfire. Yeah, you know I'm not horrible to play against.
Yeah.
I've got a Rangers army actually that I need to get painted.
I've got a Celtic army.
Old firm joke.
It's a fairly obscure Scottish football game.
Right, okay, so back into the chat. Antoine.
So is that all we've got, yeah?
Yeah, that's all the pictures thus far.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Awesome.
Hang on, what's this now? Oh, wait, hang on. Late entry from Bradley.
Bradley?
Justin.
Has he come around?
Justin.
Who's Justin?
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake is in the stream. He said he'd pop in, but I don't really believe it.
Save image. Bradders.
So also, guys, while we're pondering things and we need stuff to get us through the next 3 hours, we're also on issue 3 and issue 4 of Battle Streams of Middle Earth. So give them a look. What are your memories of them? Lockie's done some big deep dives into them recently, but we get the a kind of still very basic introductions to the game. You get to make some hedges. It's right up Steve's alley. You get to make some hills.
Yeah, I love a good bush.
which are cool. I did. You're pleased with that one, yeah?
Oh dear.
So Steve cackling to himself.
Oh, it's late. It's been a long week. Tired.
But yeah, what else do you? What's happening on the screen? Something zooming in. Is that Bradley?
That's Bradders, yeah.
He looks a lot like Frodo.
Hey,
That is a kick-ass model of Frodo. I painted that one in January or December. So Bradley's in the drawer.
that was also the pose for the Invisible one, right?
It was, yeah, the original Invisible.
Mm.
Original Invisible. So yeah, I looked through. There wasn't as many kind of alarming changes this time, as some like the profile changes because there weren't too many profiles. But you do kind of they started to introduce the wound chart. But one thing I picked up on that was cool was that you could rotate a model at any time,
Oy.
and it says that you can rotate a model. And do you remember that? Do you remember when that changed?
Yeah.
When it blew up on the because it ended up being FAQ'd.
When people were saying, "Oh, I'm going to shoot him," and I go, "Oh, are you? I'll just twist him." No, you're not.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was about I want to say it was about 3 years ago. Became a huge thing on Facebook where the idea was there was this casually written phrase. I think it was in the Hobbit rulebook rather than the Blue rulebook, so it was relatively new. That said you can rotate a model at any time and to face their enemy or something. And it clearly meant that you could turn around to kind of point in the direction,
So
to
it
make
looks
it look cool.
Yeah.
And then you had people. I remember them doing it with horses. I swear there's a Facebook example with photos. And it was a horse of someone rotating it, so the horse's tail. So you're basically rotating it in your opponent's shoot phase.
Yeah.
You're rotating your own model so that the horse's tail generates an in the way. So and it became this huge thing that ended up getting FAQ'd in the last edition of the game, and I think it's now in the rulebook, isn't it? You can only rotate your model in the move phase or something. It was one of those things that made me like. I read that phrase and I had like Narm-esque flashbacks. I go, oh God, not this again. And you would have people go, right, I'm going to shoot him. No, I can't. All right, what about now? What? No.
Can you still see him? Can you still see him?
What about now?
Yes.
Madness.
It's only a game, folks. It's only a game.
But it was cool. They're nice issues again. There's good stuff in there.
I'm annoyed with myself because I didn't bring any snacks in.
Well, I brought the popcorn last time and then didn't eat it because I felt incredibly self-conscious chomping away. Lockie's got outstanding service. I don't know how many streams you follow, but he gets brought breakfast and stuff every now and again.
What?
I think Larissa's they're just outstanding. One of those unicorn ladies, For the record, there's no risk my wife won't watch this, but on the off chance someone hates me and screen grabs a clip of it and sends it to her, my wife is also a unicorn lady. Make that very, very clear. But yeah, the hedges are cool. The hedges in here are quite cool. Have you seen them? Did you look through the issue 3 hedges?
Yeah.
What you do is it's the scouring pad. Lockie made them on the stream.
Yeah.
You get a scouring pad, you fold it over, you staple it together, and you flock it.
You what?
You flock it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Flock. Can swap over here if anyone hasn't had the pleasure. There's the sort of hedge you can make. Check that bad boy out. There's cheeky little Frodo. And they're kind of rudimentary. You take a little scouring pad, staple that bad boy together.
It's old school, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. And then you cover it in flock. And they look all right. They don't look bad. Have you ever made a hedge like that?
No.
Bit beneath you?
I never made a hedge until semi-recently. Is the reason. For the scouring of the Shire scenario board that I've done.
Oh yeah.
And I just used blue foam and flocked it.
Blue foam? So
Yeah.
it was a big solid block, was it?
Yeah, so I shaped the blue foam to look like the shape of what I wanted the hedge to look like. Undercoated it in dark brown and then flocked it in different coloured flocks. Looks quite cool.
Yeah.
Works.
I've never made a hedge. I did have hedges. I used to, like Games Workshop used to sell them. In the 90s, you could buy trees and you could buy hedges.
Yeah, I remember.
And they were really, really nice. They had some sort of little wire armature in them so you could bend them.
Yeah.
And they weren't too fluffy or anything. They worked really, really well. I think there's some at the bottom of some scenery box somewhere.
I've still got mine. Still using them
I
semi-regular.
haven't seen them in years. What, the GW ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
You got them, and then you got the hard foam walls.
Yeah.
with the wheels up against them and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So
So yeah, that was kind of issue 3. They also introduced the move in and shoot penalty the first time in that
right.
in their game. The idea that you can only not the -1, but that you can only move half.
Yeah.
For the first couple of games you're playing on issue 1 and 2, you can move 6 inches and shoot. So they introduced that. But it's quite cool seeing the way. It's a really interesting idea of like how the hell can you possibly teach someone to play this game 4 pages a fortnight? You know, like what could you really possibly achieve with just 4 pages? It's really interesting reading it back and going, oh, this does make sense. But at that point, I think in issue 3 at least, they still didn't have the wound shot. They were just still saying,
you need this number, you need that number.
Yeah. I think they finally did bring that in issue 4.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Issue 3 came with that beautiful Frodo model, which is the Frodo from the first ever Fellowship of the Ring, the metal one. Have you painted that Frodo?
Yes. I don't know where he is, but yes.
Yeah, he was my Fellowship Frodo for years. He's still on. I've only just painted. I painted that one, putting the ring on. I don't know, a couple of months ago, and that's the second Frodo I ever painted.
I love all the original metal stuff. Like,
oh, they're beautiful.
The Fellowship models, I've said it a few times, they're still some of my favourites.
Oh, so good, so good. But yeah, he was my he's now only one of 2 Frodos, but he was my go-to Frodo for every sort of scenario I've ever played with Frodo. It's a beautiful model. Yeah. It's the one Macklin's painting up tonight, I think. Is that right? I feel like it's just Macklin, isn't it?
That's doing a Frodo.
Doing the original Frodo. Bradders is doing the ring one. I mean, painting the one that came
out. Right. The original one,
yeah.
Yeah. I remember I used to, like when the magazines used to come, and if you look forward to getting the metal models, when it says coming next issue.
Yeah.
Whatever. I always look forward to getting the metal models.
It's like a shiny, right?
Yeah. Felt like you were getting loads for your money.
Yeah. I'm 3 Urks away from finishing my skin, so once I've done that, we're not ignoring you guys. We are. I'll jump back into the chat and catch up with people.
Yeah, I'm similar. I'm just frantically trying to get this Steel Legion drab on.
But I'm pretty happy because we are. Where are we? Oh, we've just gone 10. I'm behind. Shit.
Language.
You are on the internet. Please do not swear. But yeah, I think this is the longest stage, though. To be fair, the skin is probably the biggest stage, so I'm not too worried about that.
Are you doing all your highlights after the wash?
Yeah, I always do. I've always done that.
Yeah.
It's always the same. I've always painted the same way. It just comes from the 90s. Base coat everything, wash it, highlight.
When I don't think about it, that's how I do it. But I like to do the highlights first, then the wash. Because the wash kind of blends them in if they're a little bit stark.
I sometimes do like extra washes or thin washes or glazes or whatever at the end, but if I'm just batch painting something, I always do that. And whenever, like Kev never does that. So whenever, if you bear in mind, I lay out all his painting guides for SPG.
Yeah.
And like, every colour of his, everything ends with like washing it, and I just don't understand it, because his stuff always looks incredible. Whenever I do it, it just looks really dark. But yeah, it's just the way I've painted. And now I've got whatever I've done, 500, 600 models or something that all kind of look in a certain style.
Yeah.
That you got to try and keep them that way.
Yeah, yours are all very similar to the style like Kev does. Is that due to?
See?
Yeah, you can tell. Obviously nowhere near as good. I mean, that's without saying.
No. You can't jokingly hurt me with that one because it's abundantly true.
But yeah, you can tell it's the same style.
That's interesting.
I don't think I have a style. I tend to try different stuff.
I don't think you have style, no.
Oh, I've got loads of style, bags of it.
Cool Steve style.
Bags of it. G dog.
G dog. Dear oh dear. I don't think you're there.
Oh, I'm there, mate. I am so there.
How was, let's ask the group, because we're in a room full of nerds here. How was Valentine's Day?
I was travelling on Valentine's Day. Spent the whole day travelling.
With
Back from Paris.
back from the Paris City of Love.
Le Paris, yeah.
Le Paris, Gay Paris.
So our Valentine's dinner was takeaway pizza.
Nice, very good.
And I had a
Very
kebab
good.
standard.
Yep.
So
For me, it was dinner with my parents and my wife.
very nice.
Very romantic.
How all Valentine's should be.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here. So, here we go. Do you want me to dive back in?
Yeah, jump in.
Antoine Tuelink. I'm working on my Gundabag Berserkers tonight. Love those models.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, lovely models. And then Leon says, I've actually converted my black Numenorians out of normal Numenorians. Ooh,
That's a cool idea.
topical.
It's just Numenorians painted black.
Yeah, send us a picture.
Numenorians.
Squid Boy says, at Richard Woods Defo, Shagrat has been so much more effective for me in fights, even getting the kill on Gothmog himself in the last match. That's no mean feat.
More effective than what?
They must have been having a chat that I've missed.
Shagrat's awesome.
Yeah, Shagrat's good.
Shagrat tanks Gothmog every day of the week.
I really like Gothmog as well, though. Just that being able
Yeah, it's cool.
call heroics for free.
It's amazing.
Great. I've got elastic bands all over my wrists. I had to make Lily only let us know tonight, she's back at school tomorrow, she's been off, that we had to make a homemade musical instrument as holiday homework. So that's what I was doing an hour and a half before the stream.
You should have done it on the stream.
Made a guitar. It was awesome.
Made a guitar?
Yeah.
You use a
Elastic bands box.
use like a polystyrene meat packet. Classic 90s primary
It's
school
the crappiest guitar you've ever seen in your life, but she's happy. If she's happy, I'm happy. Them's the rules.
Yeah.
Bradley says, might have to pick out some Uruks for tonight. Suddenly feeling very inspired. Do it, brothers, do it. Do it. Just realised I've fully painted my Isengard. Might have to paint a Frodo for the first time.
Oh, so he's done that and then sent you that photo?
Yeah.
That's where we are in
That's
history.
how far behind we are. Shadow and Flame, what up, boys? Is it Frodo today?
Is
this Dave?
Must be Dave.
Yeah. Kev would not want to watch me and you paint, let's be honest.
No. It'd be like, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah. No.
You're doing it all wrong, you
bin
don't.
Bin it.
If you can, Dave, the strict rules are that you can paint whatever you want, but if you are painting a Frodo
But it has to be an Uruk.
or a set of plastic Uruks, so either Scouts, Fighting Uruk High, or Siege Troops, then you get entered into the draw to win this fairly awesome priority token from Tim McKnight. So if you're working on that in the stream, and the way you prove it is you send Steve a picture of where you are now.
Send it me, because it's not like I've got enough.
So you send him a picture of your state now, and as long as you've made progress in the next couple of hours, then you get entered into the draw. But obviously, if you don't want to do that, you're welcome to join us for the lively, animated discussion.
Right, okay, where are we? Let's have a look. See. Macklin says he's just sent me a whip. Ooh. I'll have a look in a second.
Ooh.
Get your whips out, Maccas.
There's a whip, there's a way.
Michael Haskell, going to have to drop off soon. Early start to catch a train to Edinburgh, and he lives near Chester. Ooh.
Oh, he does a lot of travelling, doesn't
If he's still with us, safe journey, my friend.
he? Yeah, safe travels, and if not, we hope you enjoy this on catch up.
Yeah.
If you're watching on catch up, please do not vote, because your vote will not count, and you may still be charged.
You may still be charged, yeah. Danji Ross, Justin Timberlake's new track, I'm bringing SBG back.
That was a Justin comment, wasn't it?
Richard Woods, Steve, it was my Grey company. We had an Aragon off. Yes, we did. I remember it well. Stanners, random. Anyone else lick their brush? I've been doing it all stream.
Yeah, you've probably seen me do it a few times.
Yeah, he says, I never have. Just noticed these two nutters doing it a lot and was wondering why I like the wig off. How do you get the perfect tip?
That is the best time delivery of anything I've ever heard. Yeah, we do it too.
I do it as a habit now. Like, I'll be sat here talking and I'll just stick it in my gob and...
We do it too. It's not that I do it. It's just these two psychopaths on the internet are doing it. Yeah,
these idiots are putting toxins in their mouths off a brush.
I can't not do it anymore. I've done it for so long.
Shadow and Flame, Dave. I made the scouring hedges back in the day, probably in a box somewhere now. Simple but effective. They were. I think that was the point, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that is the first piece of. Oh, there was a ruin, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was like
a ruin before it in issue 2.
Cardboard ruin, yeah. Because I think is it the first magazine? It just shows like a 4x4 green piece of cloth.
It's just a table
with nothing on it, and then.
Don't you remember it? I'm good at it because it's got the wonderful thing which says, "There's 2." See, I'm always prepared for these.
Yeah.
So you have, like, just grab the camera. So we've got making a basic battlefield, and it's like, put some books under a cloth, and over here it's like maybe you could sprinkle some stones over it, and that'd look good. Yeah. And then the next page is, and then make that. Like, you can imagine this 8-year-old kid with his books under the sheet. I don't know what the jump from that is.
Why doesn't mine look like that?
Yeah, so. But yeah, so that was issue 1, and then issue 2 was the ruin, simple but effective. I showed off my corner ruin from back in the day on the last stream, and then hedges is the next one. But it really does encourage that creativity of look what you can do with kitchen scourers, like that household materials thing.
It's what I always loved about workshops. Yeah, it got me like trying stuff. I would never have tried like stuff if I didn't see it in the magazine. The One Ring forums were great for me because there was a lot. Do you remember the terrain tutorials on there? The weather top. I started doing the weather top. I can't remember who it was who did it.
It wasn't Old Man Willow, was it?
I can't
There was a user called Old Man Willow. He's an American guy who was just really, really proficient at scenery. He made beautiful stuff.
Yeah. But it's like I say, it's what got me started to try stuff, and then I just thought I can do that.
It's the idea, and I always used to find going into Games Workshop really, really inspiring because every store was different.
Yeah,
they just had beautiful stuff made, and it's actually what really, really irritated me and just made me sad about that era. Around, I don't know when it was, like 2010 to 2013 or something, where they stopped all that just in favour of selling their plastic kits, and they stopped having any articles in White Dwarf about kind of creativity or how to build stuff from scratch, and every store was just identikit.
Yeah.
And then one of the many great decisions they've made in the last sort of 5 years is they've sort of rolled back on that.
Yeah, because it's not a case of it's one or the other. It's not a case of you either have pre-manufactured terrain or homemade terrain. Like,
it was this absurd idea, wasn't it, that some higher ups obviously had 10 years ago that said if we encourage people to make scenery out of cornflake boxes, they won't buy our scenery.
Yeah,
it's just silly.
But if we make this one Middle Earth kit, every Middle Earth player in the land will have multiple tables of the same kit over and over again. It doesn't work like that.
Nope. That's cool.
So, I'm just painting. Why the hell are these shafts so long? Just getting from the top to the bottom takes so long.
That was Dave, wasn't it? That was Shadow and Flame Dave. I made the scouring hedges back in the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you now abandoned the chat in favour?
Yeah, I'm painting shafts.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'll go back in. I'll jump back in because
I'm on my last skin. So if you do a couple of comments,
I'll
then catch up on everything. Have a breather.
Let's have a look. Rich Woods. Yes, licking the brush was one of the first things I was taught when I was learnt to paint in GW Manchester.
There you go. It's good for you. Rich Wood knows.
Good.
And he's not gone head ill or anything, has he?
No. Bradley says, yeah, you lick it to get the point back on the brush. It's fine until you forget to clean the paint off.
That's why I do it. Delicious paint.
Will Pintar, one of our local lads. I started painting, waiting for this to start. Looked up and it was 9:45. Damn, loving Steve's glasses. Everyone loves these, mate. These are amazing.
Beautiful.
Best things.
What about my glasses? I've got glasses on tonight.
Yeah, I've got these super dupers. Have you seen them?
Have I seen them? You can see them from space, mate.
Chris Murfitt's in. Hey, Chris. How you doing, my friend? Evening, gents. Sapphire Girl. Since I boycotted Facebook, would there be an alternative to send my photo of my goblins to get it on screen?
Is he the one who's banned? Is it every...
You're not banned, are you?
Well, someone was.
He said he's boycotted it, so that's not banned. Unless,
Don't you remember?
Unless we're only getting one side of the story. I don't know.
Someone was saying that they were banned from Facebook for being argumentative. Yeah. It's on the last stream, definitely.
Zalfine Girl, if you want to send me your image, you can send it to toptablewargaming@gmail.com. I'll type it in. But let me know that you've sent it because I haven't got my notifications on. toptablewargaming@gmail.com. And I'll get it there.
Man of the people, Steve.
Yeah.
It's outstanding service.
I just want Ben Stalling to send me some more of them pics.
Special pics.
Bradley Cobden finally passed my driving test on Wednesday, so on Friday I drove to Mackie D's on my own for a Big Mac and Big Nuggets.
Congrats, man.
Evening well spent. Yeah, well done, man. Well done.
I hope you got the Mega Mac, given that is currently.
Mega Macs are awesome.
I've yet to have one in this round.
One? Oh, Jesus.
Not this, not this time. But that's awesome, man.
You've not lived.
Great feeling when you have suddenly have that freedom.
Let's have a look. Dan G. Ross, I cooked baked camembert, steak, chips, stuffed mushrooms, and a raspberry cheesecake.
That sounds awesome if you ditch the rancid fungus.
You don't like mushrooms?
Nah, they're evil.
I like mushrooms. Yeah, I like them. I don't like to think about where they come from or what they actually are, but I do like the taste
They're
of them.
fungus.
Yeah. Was lush. So who's the lucky lady then, Dan? Your wife, I hope.
That does sound fantastic, though. Actually.
Yeah.
Baked camembert.
That's right up my street. That is right up my street. Although I do like a blue cheese with a steak. Not gonna lie.
With steak, yeah, maybe like a sauce or.
Yeah, or just blue cheese.
I presume in that, surely the baked camembert is a starter, isn't it? That's not one massive meal.
Yeah, could be.
It
could be.
could be.
It's a bit of a heavy starter. It's a bit of a heavy starter, that though. They come massive, aren't they? Like the size of a Big Mac.
A steak with a baked
deep fried camembert with breadcrumbs. Like, who has that as a starter? Crazy southern people. Thomas Macklin, just to clarify, that it hurts comment was to the fact of being broken on turn 3.
Yeah, he put a comment on and he just said it hurts. I don't think he was talking about anything else.
Dathu O Mercury, which I think is Dave Murphy.
Yeah, we went through this last time.
Licks those brushes, boys.
Yeah.
Will's painting Shagrat, as he is an Uruk. Does he count?
Is that Will Pintar?
Yeah, I'll allow it. How about yourself?
Oh no, it should be. It's got to be plastics.
It's got to be plastic.
Yeah, it's got to be like dug out old plastics, I think.
He won't be able to dig anything out. He's literally only just come into the game, so he hasn't got a box of plastic junk like we all have.
Well, you got a month. Buy a box of plastic junk. You can't just let anything in. There's got to be some.
Hang on, you've got Shelob, so you could paint the Frodo off Shelob.
Yeah, we'll allow that. That's fine.
There you go. Stanley says, not surprised you're always putting the tip in your mouth, Steve. Wee.
Is Stanley's been Stanley?
I'm assuming it must be, yeah.
Cool.
There's only him who'd come out with that filth. I must just be doing it wrong. Just twist it in my fingers. Yes, this is getting terrible. It's terrible.
Jiminy cricket.
Yeah.
It was different last time when we started at 10, but come on, guys. There's slightly younger adults about here.
You've got guys who've only just passed the driving test, for God's sake.
Let's try and keep it simple.
Dave says, Kev doesn't get involved with a YouTube channel. I recently changed my eBay name to Elven Lunchbox T. Too tired to get painted out. Happy just listening to the nerdy chat. Yeah, you listen along, my friend. And Elven Lunchbox is an absolute belting name. Belting.
Is that all Dave, yeah?
Dave, yeah.
I'm delighted to have you in, mate. I hope this provides some soothing, helpful, useful hobby nonsense for you.
It's going downhill, this chat, mate.
Love.
It's going downhill. Dave Murphy, don't complain about long shafts. Long shafts are good.
Oh dear.
Hey.
I think we should just blanket ban anything phallic related.
Zalfine Girl has sent me mail. Yes, I just got a notification, even though I said I didn't get notifications. So I will have a look in a second.
So you're a liar.
Liar, blatant liar.
Boom, skin done.
Stannis says, sent that pic to Damian too, so he doesn't miss out. Oh. Do you know what the funny thing is? It looks like a mushroom.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my god. I can confirm that Stanners is Ben Stanley because I recognise that part of him.
I've seen it many a time before.
Yeah, indeed. Good to have you, man.
Joe Tasker, as you're painting Urukai, in your opinion, do you think they would ever make a new Hero Urukai models, not Hero Scout models? I think if we were going to get them, we would have got them in this recent supplement, though.
Yeah, but this supplement's not done, right?
What do you mean?
Well, they're still releasing stuff for the supplement.
Yeah, but
He
there's
means
no new profiles.
models, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, does he use profiles? I thought he
yeah,
meant models.
no profiles.
Ah, I see. Then yeah, I agree with Steve then. Is it models?
Where is
Do
it?
you ever
I've
think they
lost.
would make any new Hero Urukai models, not Hero Scout models? I think he means models.
Is this
He said models.
maybe?
If you do mean profiles, then yeah, I'm with Steve. Um, I think they would have been in this book. But if you mean what you wrote, then I think we could.
Oh, he's got his lecture hat on, hasn't
I'm on to my second drink now. The tea's done.
he?
Oh,
Oi, it's
yeah,
alcohol.
indeed. Um,
Other lagers are available.
indeed. I think yeah. Is there? I mean, they're a big legion, and they've made a point of doing the like 3 attack, 3 wound one. So you could get one, but I don't think we will. I'd say I think we could, but I don't think we will. Would be my answer on that.
Yeah, I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
I'll keep going. I have a brush in hand if you want.
Danny's saying it was for Mrs. G. Ross.
No, you do it then. It's fine.
Lucky lady, lucky lady. Sorry, was you going to jump in? Yeah, you jump in.
Yeah,
Take over
G.
from Will. I'll get some painting done.
Yeah. So Stephen Devlin said, "Damien, I'm with you on the fungus. It should not be a food. It's not, Steve. It's not that it shouldn't be a food. It's that it isn't a food, and people inexplicably put it in their mouths. It's crazy." Dan G. Ross says baked camembert is a start, obviously.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Um,
I do love baked camembert though, but yes.
Joe Tasker as wanting to
Stodgy.
start an Urukai army, but they have few heroes. The heroes they do have are scout heroes. Yeah, that's true. But if you want it depends what you mean by an Urukai army, really, because an Urukai army is a scout army, so you could do that, and they've got really kick-ass heroes for that.
Frasco is a must-take.
Yeah, Vrashku's awesome. Lurtz is awesome now.
I've not
but-
used Lurtz with the new. New
he's
profile.
great. He's really good.
Is he?
Yeah, he feels a really nice nice hole that was in that list.
Hey.
We're back.
He's not got a pike though, has he?
No, oh, that's nice.
Oh, shucks.
But yeah. So, but if you want the fight in Urukai, yeah, it's got to be our names. But you do now have a nice, really cool thematic option in War in Rohan, in the Assault on Helm's Deep Legion, where you get the 3 attack and 3 wound captain.
Which is pretty awesome anyway. It's just,
Yeah, he's good.
just unnamed.
Never used him against Macca's the other day. Didn't need him. never got to roll his 3 attacks. But yeah, so he's cool in there. But yeah, there are no named heroes. It is one of those things though that I'm not saying this is. Everyone always says, why doesn't he get a profile? He's just a bloody orc. I'm not saying this is consistent across the whole thing, but if you really cut it down, he's not a captain. He's not a named hero. He's just an orc who happens to be on a rock.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say he's a leader or anything. He's just a guy waving at his mum from a rock. And is he necessarily up there with, I don't know, Legolas or Hammer or Gimli or anything? He's not a named hero in that respect. But I understand the frustration, and as I say, it's not consistent because you get something like I don't know, Percy or Aldor or Haleth getting profiles when they really do very little. Which is a good thing. I'm glad they have profiles, but yeah, it would be nice. There's an opportunity there for some sort of fighting Urukai war leader, but he will remain nameless, at least in this edition of the game, I fear.
We never know. We never know what's around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan G. Ross confirms that it was for Mrs. G. Ross.
Yep.
She must have been a very happy lady, apart from the mushrooms. William Pintar says, that's what I'm doing now. God only knows what that bit was about. There's laughing faces, so it could be Pike related.
The Uruk. Sorry, the Frodo from Shelob.
Oh, okay, cool.
I reckon.
Does that mean it might be in? Well, if you are in, you send a picture to Steve. We'll add you to the draw.
While you're talking, I'm going to jump into my emails and find this.
Just slide into Steve's DMs.
DMs, yeah.
DMs. Stanners says Steve knows. I think that's about his sexy pictures. Chris Murphy says, where are we sending progress pics? Chris, if you can send them to Steve.
SPG magazine.
How do I pay? on Steve's Facebook,
Who's this?
and yeah, the progress thing. I don't know if you've heard, Chris, but it's if you're painting an old plastic Urukai or a Frodo model, you can be entered into the draw for the priority token. You're also very welcome to send us anything else you're working on, like people did last week. But the draw this week is plastic Urukai troops or any sculpt of Frodo.
So I was just about to pop a post up from Jack Walker, who sent me a picture of what he's painting, and unfortunately it's not plastic. It's got alerts in there. It's got the new Scout Captain two-handed and the Bannerman. So I don't think.
Which alerts is it?
Bow alerts.
It's not quite there.
Yeah,
I think it's got to be plastic fighting or Kyle Scouts. I think for this one. But if you stop painting alerts and bring him in next time, you might just be in with a chance.
Could be.
But yeah, I like this idea. I think it's cool that we have people like themed chats and people start painting stuff like this. It's cool.
Chris Murphy, I expected no less from you, my friend. I expected no less.
Has he sent you a picture?
It's probably some of his best work, to be fair. And I
Very welcome. Stick up. I don't know who that was. Stick up their pictures on there so we can see what they're working on.
Bear with me a second.
But just for the integrity of the draw, it's probably best we avoid it. Thomas Macklin says, "I've missed your laugh, Steve." Yeah, you've been a bit morose recently, haven't you?
Yeah, well, you know.
It's what Disney does to you, though. It makes you smile.
Yeah.
It's good to have you happy again, mate.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Bradley Cobson says, "I was 18 in October. It took me 16 months to pass my test. Finally feel like an 18-year-old. Now I can go anywhere." If you're in any way upset about taking 18 months, don't worry, mate. There's a lot of people who pass first time, and they are awful drivers.
Yeah.
Driving test, I genuinely believe a driving test isn't any reflection on your ability to drive. It's the most stressful drive you'll ever have in your life. So good luck. Well done for getting under. David Murphy says, "Who's going to the Warhammer World GT? Between us, I can confirm I am going, and Steve is going along potentially for a cuddle on the Saturday."
Yep.
Anyone else in the chat? is that Murphy that you just put up?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Chris? If you get it based, that's an unfinished model at the start of today that you got finished, so we'll allow it. But it's got to be based. You've got to do something to it. Them's the rules.
Dems are the rules. Just loading up my emails now. I'll get this one from Paul Ambrose, who is Zafai Engal.
Really? Is he in the competition?
He will be. Let's have a look. He's doing his Moria Goblins, so we said we'd allow it, didn't we?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Download. Save. Got to do it a different way through my email, which is annoying.
Joe Tasker has then meant profiles, hero, Urukai models. That's confused me even more, if I'm honest, but I think maybe he does mean profiles then. Yeah, so for profiles, if you ask me, I think they would have been in this book. Yeah. Bradley Cobden says, "I've certainly missed this level of quality content." Absolutely. Frohammer says, "I reckon we could get a new Ugluk." Whoa, what do you reckon?
A new Ugluk? It'd be nice to get a new Ugluk.
You got a new Grishnak. Got a new Grishnak, would you? Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't know now. I was really surprised by Grishnak. I would have thought Ugluk was more likely than Grishnak. Therefore, if we got Grishnak, I would suggest yes. An Ugluk model could be coming. But who would you be with? You can see they're doing pairs of like doubles, right? So Snagger was in with Grishnak.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully.
So Zarfai and Gal's picture is now up, so you'll see it in a second.
Do you know the what's the fun? Where's the screen gone? Is that you? Are you doing it?
I've literally Chris Murphy has based his Frodo in that space of time.
Is it really? It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, there you go. Progress. That is a painted. That is a finished model that wouldn't have been finished were it not for this stream. That is what we are here for.
I'm not. Yeah, yeah. So Zarfine Girls, goblins are on screen right now.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, the metal ones. I haven't got any of them. I didn't fancy them on the made to order. I was like, I've got enough plastics done. Not particularly passionate about Moria.
They're really nice minis.
They are lovely. I was like, that's one thing I can dodge. You had any of them done? You had any of them done?
What, have I painted any?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a Moria army, haven't I?
Yeah, glad we had this chat. You're looking cool though. You are in. That's Paul Ambrose, yeah?
Yeah, Zarfine Girl.
Yeah, you are in the draw for the token. Maybe going forward, I mean, we're making the rules up at this go, but maybe going forward, it should be anything that's been on a stream.
Yeah.
It's like, it's still going to be just exclusively Battle Games of Middle Earth stuff.
It's still relevant.
That's what we want people to get involved. We don't want people to feel upset they can't or limited, but there's got to be some sort of a theme to it, I think.
I agree. Oh, I've missed the stage. How annoying is that?
Absolute nightmare.
I got null oil happy, don't I?
Absolute nightmare. Zarfang says, "Oh, don't forget my goblins." We've rectified that. Stephen Wright says, "Hello, my name is also Steve. Just want to say I love this channel. Love all the hosts. You guys are awesome. Loving
Solid
the look of your play."
Solid name.
Steve, yeah. Thank you. That's very kind. You guys are awesome. Loving the look of the Uruk-hai. How do you paint them? I don't know the paint scheme for them. So for me, I paint them in a very, very rough way that I did many years ago, which is spray and black, dry brush them, hashuk or some sort of copper, dry brush them, iron breaker, and then my skin is Doomball brown. My straps are Mornfang brown, and my cloth is Steel Legion drab. And I basically put those colours down, chuck a wash of Nuln Oil over them, and then highlight them again, and that is it. I don't think Steve's popped up my finished and half painted comparison yet, but it's very, very, very simple, but it gets the job done for him.
Yeah, I've not popped it up yet. I was busy going through 1,000 images that people are sending me.
Go through all the
I just know they're still gonna be arriving while I'm at work tomorrow. Ping.
Yeah. Well, you got all the rewatch value.
Yeah, people rewatching it, sending me stuff.
Just a reminder, guys, if you are watching this on demand, please, the competition is closed. Do not message Steve. He'll just get angry with me. Angrier. I can't wait for the last time when we stopped being live. We had a little chat afterwards about how it went. I'm sort of dreading the debrief conversation. Don't you fucking do that again. You want a competition, you deal with the pictures.
There's only so much of Ben Stanley I can see.
Can't be unseen.
Michael.
So yeah, that's cloth there done.
The stage that I forgot was the hair.
Nightmare.
I got the browns on. I got the skin on. All the metal was done. I started slapping Nuln Oil on it and realised I'd not painted the hair. So I'm just going in now with some grey for the hair.
Mine was Chaos Black, dry brushed Eshin grey. Complicated.
Yeah, I'm going on a dark grey. I think it's Panzer grey. It's Vallejo. And I'll just let the Nuln Oil shade it.
Cool.
So I'll let that dry.
David Murphy says the big lad on the rock should have got a profile. I think we obviously had a chat about that. He kind of does in the Legion, but a named profile would have been cool. Joe Tasker says Lurtz deserves new model, and he hates the current model.
I think it deserves a character series. I ain't gonna lie.
But which model? I can get on board with the sword and shield one, Joe.
It's very dated, that, isn't it?
He's a bit rubbish, but the other two are great. I wouldn't object. I've been using Isengard for years. I love new Isengard stuff, but I think Bowfire in Lurtz is a beautiful model, and the other one, the just holding the bow, is great as well. So I think he's reasonably well served. Like 3 sculpts and 2 of them are absolutely ace.
I've got mine here. I'll whack him up.
And if you are interested in alerts, what you want to be getting involved with is Battle Streams of Middle Earth episode 3, as we will no doubt talk about later. Chris Murphy says, I've got 3 painted Frodos already. Ooh, someone's doing well. Well, you've now got 4. I mean, I haven't seen it, but Steve says you've completely finished it. If you actually painted that model, I'd give you bonus points. You see that, who was it? David Whittaker painted the young Bilbo from the Ringbearer set as a way of getting the Smaug Bilbo cheaply.
Yeah.
It never actually occurred to me that was quite a good idea.
But it's still an extreme to go to just to get that pose. Do you not think? Because there's other poses that he's got that.
If you really like that pose, I think
he's not even got a weapon. He's just like scared pose, leaning against the wall.
Pose is much better than the normal Master Burglar pose, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah, but I actually did it. But I did it with the Smaug one. That I got my Bilbo out of my Smaug box, and I gave him Sting from Master Burglar.
Yeah.
So that's how I can argue that I've painted Smaug. I've started painting Smaug at least. David Murphy says, I'll give Steve and I think that's going to say adult cuddle on the Saturday night if the GT. You coming to the
an owl cuddle, he says. So, yeah, it's his Irish accent. An owl cuddle.
Oh, an owl cuddle, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I inferred a different kind of cuddle. I'm very apologetic about that. You wouldn't want to be doing that.
No. You've got to be careful when you cuddle me as well, because I cuddle back vigorously.
Cuddle back harder. Richard Woods, I'm going to the GT for the first time. I'm going to take my new Frodo. Damn right. Get him on the table. It'd be super cool if we saw other models from the stream popping up. Cal says, I'm going to the... Oh, God, what's happening? I'm going to GT with both Helm's Deep Legendary Legions. My goal is to play Damian as we've never played. Indeed. I'm a wretched human being, though, mate. You don't want to play me.
2 ballistae.
It's also because I'm completely out of match fit. He probably sees that as an easy win these days.
Yeah.
So I'd play that fat old noob and crush him. But yeah, I don't know which way around I'd rather do it now. I'd probably rather be, because I think he's taking the Defenders of Helm's Deep one, not Aomer.
Yeah.
I think I'd definitely rather fire my ballistas into his Aragorn again and again and again than charge into his ballistas and have him fire into my Aomer again and again and again on reflection. But yeah, I'll be well up for that, mate.
Have fun with that, boys.
You're probably trying to win though, aren't you, mate? The way you play competitively. If not, I'll happily grudge you. Be good fun. Current Ugler has Snaggerhead in his hand, and we got a new Snagger. That's Fohammer. So that means what? We're going to get a new Ugluck balancing on Snagger's head, perhaps.
What do you think of the new Forge World minis?
Oh, they're awesome. Beautiful.
Brilliant, aren't they?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Benji B SBG has already unboxed this. His helm's looking great.
Yes, but very pretty.
Very pretty helm. I don't know if he's done the other 2 yet. Probably not. Lazy. But, yeah, he's getting. They look good. They look really good. Good prices as well.
Yeah, decent.
Right. Grishnak's one of those ones that kind of annoys you a bit. As someone who doesn't paint very much or very fast, I've got Grishnak painted, and so releasing a new Grishnak, it kind of irritates me a bit because I mean, it's amazing. I want it, but I've already painted that. That would achieve me nothing. But it is great, and I really like Snagger as well. So cool. I haven't picked any of them up. Me and Tom talked about it I think I said last time, the way we normally do with our dates of should we get those? Should we get those shipped to each other? And both felt we decided we had no plans to paint any of them between us.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm happy to wait at least until Warhammer World and just pick them up,
Yeah.
Kind of part of me trying to be good on that, how many models I'm buying and painting this year thing.
Yeah, I don't even try anymore because I'm still like a kid in a sweet shop. When new releases come out, I'm like, I need it in my life.
Yeah. But you paint far quicker than me. You've got more chance of getting them done, I think. How many models do you think you own?
I own.
Yeah.
Oof, God knows, mate. God knows, a lot. I own. I've got more model. Well, put it this way, because I have a lot of stuff out on display. Like all my painted stuff is on shelves here. I've got. I'll tell you now. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Don't count
5,
your models, Steve.
6. I've got 6 Kallaxes. You know the IKEA Kallaxes.
Oh God, I thought you were counting the models.
I've got 6 Kallaxes,
Yeah.
all with painted armies on each shelf. And then I've got probably about 6 boxes, like GW cases of painted stuff as well that I've not got room to put out. But I definitely 100% have more unpainted stuff than I do painted stuff. So
Right.
maybe that puts into context a little bit of the crap that I've got lying around that I've not seen in probably about 10 years.
It's a really slippery slope because on the one hand, I think no, I don't need them, but equally, I think if I bought them, it's just 3 more models. I've got hundreds of unpainted models. What difference does it make if I have 3 more?
Mm.
But it was part of that thing that I'm doing this year where I'm actually like, actually, it's not the total that matters. It's what I do this year.
Yeah.
And if you do it like that, it's like, right, I don't need help. And these days as well, I'm not worried about them. They're not going anywhere for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried. You will be able to pick them up.
Yeah.
Because I'm far more likely still to go and buy like metals that are on the store that I might need at some point in the future because they could equally go, like the Arnold stuff.
Yeah. I'll jump back in the chat. So it was Tim talking about possibly a new Uglook. He says Uglook and Mauher, I hope.
Yeah,
Also
that's probably
says,
got to.
although Mauher wasn't really featured in the movie, so maybe not. Joe Tasker, what army would you love to see have a new hero or standard models introduced to the army? There's like loads, isn't there? I don't know. Numenor I'd like to see fleshed out and new stuff for.
Numenor.
Just fight for, strength for men is good, right?
Yeah. It's good, yeah.
Tim says, oh, look, a 3 attack captain, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they could be doing a model for it. They could be doing like a Helm's Deep war leader model. But it's clear it's meant to be Rocky, isn't it? It's meant to be him, and they've already got a model for him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm still getting pictures sent to me.
Lovely.
Macca's has sent me about 500 pictures. Macca's, I'll get to them in a sec, mate, my friend.
You don't have to send him a photo of your spade.
One pair of hands. Bradley Cobden, I definitely need to try and get to a tournament this year. Might try and get up to Ardacon, even if it's just for the social side. I say this all the time. I mean, you've been to events before, Bradley, anyway, so I'm preaching to the choir. Like, if I can get to events, even if it is not to play, just to hang out and see people that you chat to pretty much daily on Facebook, it's always a good thing. So I'd highly recommend it to anyone to get to events.
It'd be good to see again.
Stephen Devlin says, thoughts on the new scenarios, lads? Personally, I think some of them are brilliant. I really like the fact that we've got new scenarios.
Yeah.
I've not played a game with any of them yet, but I'm hoping to change that imminently.
Me and Maccas were playing. Is it the Destroy the Supplies? The one about supplies.
I really like that one.
That's the one we were playing. But again, I just feel so bad about saying this. The supplies really didn't come into it.
A lot of bragging going on here, Maccas.
It was just a really interesting game. It was nothing to do with player skill. Nothing he did wrong. Nothing I did right. Just the ballistas wrecking bloody face.
Yeah, what's your favourite, Stephen? Have you played any of them? Which ones do you like? I like them all. I like the assassin one as well. That's going to be quite interesting. At lower points, not so much because everything's going to be pretty obvious.
Where are you on the big current debate on that about the siege veteran? You heard this?
Yeah,
what do you reckon?
I think anything that kind of I don't want to use the word cheat. I don't want to use that. But I think it's too easy if the siege veteran is able to take the kill.
You think he shouldn't be able to?
No, I don't think he should.
If anyone in the chat doesn't know what this is about, there was a post that's been raised a couple of times that can you choose a siege veteran to be your assassin, and then any kills made with the siege weapon count as their kills or whatever. I'm with you. I think it should be a no.
Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious. I think it's that thing where, and I don't take it away from anyone. Like you get different kinds of players, right? You get competitive players, and you get players who just want to play because it's fun to play. I think you're always going to get people who try and find these little sort of loopholes in the wording of things, and
yeah, absolutely,
it's fine. It's not, I don't have an issue with it, but I think sometimes just a little bit of common sense comes into play.
It feels to me pretty obviously counterintuitive to the rest of what the scenario is trying to do.
Yeah.
But for me, the thing that makes difference is a different model. It's not. What about the bows and stuff? It's like it's the ballista doing it. It's not the.
Yeah.
Although someone did muddy the water with the Goblin King. If the Goblin King throws a goblin, that's a different model.
Yeah.
But my reaction was, no, shut up.
But it's still like a throwing weapon from the Goblin King, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still treat.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But also, as someone who's going to have 2 siege veterans and 2 ballistas at the GT, if they do rule it the other way, then happy days. Pew, pew, pew. I can confirm. Do you want a really boring world exclusive?
Go on.
2 of the new double scenarios will be at 7 stones.
Very nice.
Chatting to Tom about it today.
I've got some bad news.
Oh, don't say it.
Do you want to hear it?
Well, not if it's what I think you're going to say.
What do you think you want to say?
You can't come.
You can't come.
You can't come?
No.
Telling me this live on air?
Yeah, I'm breaking it to your life. I only realised it myself because when we got back from being away, I started to go through my diary and pencil in things that are like, must-dos, family holidays and events that I really want to attend or events that I'm putting on myself. And yours clashes with something fairly important.
What's that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I must do. He must know the dates. But it's basically Ben's stag do weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Well.
It's very rude that.
You know what they say about Twickenham, don't you? Stag do Central.
I can't even tell you what we're doing because I don't know if Ben's aware or not. I'm in a WhatsApp group with all Ben's friends.
Not all of them.
Oh, you're not in that WhatsApp?
It's a twofer.
Dear. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't make it. Which is annoying because I wanted to come and film some stuff and do live streams and things, which would have been cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you want your tournament to be streamed, just tell us and we'll come down and we'll stream it. But then we actually won't. That's the twist. Able treachery.
Where are we?
Good news for everyone else going there, eh?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It is gonna be awesome. It's an awesome event. No doubt about
that.
Yeah. Stanners, any idea on rough time of year that Throne of Skulls will be this year? It's the one event I want to get to and will be desperately trying to get a wife pass for it. Rock City hasn't been visited since like 2016.
Rock City. I would bet it will be it'll be around the first weekend of December.
You think?
Last weekend of November or first weekend of December. That's what it's been for the last couple.
It's always a run up to Christmas because they kind of announce. You get at the seminar, you get an idea of what's coming out in and around Christmas.
It'd be lovely to see you there, mate. Certainly, to my mind, one of the greatest events in the calendar.
Yeah, Throne of Skulls is great. I love all the events at Warhammer World. Even like GT's not particularly up my street because it's a bit more competitive, but that many people go anyway. It's not competitive if you lose your first game, is it?
No.
Throne
of Skulls just takes a special kind of player to win.
Saying nothing. Squid Boy says, gonna drop, lads. Several beautiful hours of SBG today. Nice streaming. Enjoy, my friend. Thanks for joining us.
Say hi to the squids.
Stanners. You can never see enough of me.
Mm-hmm.
I beg to differ.
Completely agree.
Will Pintar, Frodo Dunn sent it to you on Facebook. To be fair, it needed doing. Right, okay, let's have a look.
Oh, is he in already?
Let's have a look.
He's not. Right, he's in. You're in.
Will Pintar. I tell you what.
What?
Just telling you what. Pintar.
Better jump in then.
So, image, close that.
Cal says not taking Aragorn in the Legion. Not too many points for not enough kill mana, so I can't pew pew him. I've got gambling with banner. Or I'll pew pew him instead. Love the paint job on that Lurtz model. This is Joe Tasker. Just feels as if he looks too basic in his pose. I feel as if he deserves a fighting pose like that fighting Uruk-hai Scout Metal model running pose. That'd be cool. Especially as Lurtz's main scenes were fighting and that brilliant scene with him and Aragorn, so it would have been cool to have a miniature him in that fight scene. Again, it could be a character series where he's got an optional arm. That'd be good fun.
I think he deserves a character series. We've not had a character series for a while. I thought we'd get one of AMA. I've got a feeling it won't be resin for AMA.
It's interesting now because of what they've started doing with the plastic. The character series made a lot of sense when they were just Forge World because it was these big heroes. But then now they've got the plastic models. It's kind of muddied the waters between what would be a character series hero and what would be a plastic kit, hasn't it?
Yeah. I still think they should keep it going, just for like special. I thought Gandalf the White would have been a character series. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised when it came out plastic, but like happily surprised because it's a great sculpt. Will Pintar's Frodo is up, or Will Pintar.
Oh, there he is. Cheeky little Frodo. There you go. You see, what we've done. We're encouraging hobby.
Calman says, not taking Aragorn in a Legendary Legion. Too many points for not enough killing power and don't need might, as I've got gambling with a banner. True that.
I've still read that.
So now you've just gave Damian target number 2, which is gambling with a banner.
I've read that and I said that about 5 minutes ago.
Did you?
Yeah, you got to listen to me,
You're
man.
rude. Oh, right, yeah, you've done that. Yeah, you've done it, I remember. Stephen Wright, have you done Stephen Wright? It's talking about Helm Hammerhand being his next.
No, I got up to Joe Tusker, so Stephen Wright is next. Yeah.
I'm hoping to get Helm Hammerhand as my next project. If I had to see new models, I would like to see Theodred, Boromir, Gothmog, Éomer, and Faramir. What do you guys want to see? Sorry for bad spelling. Don't worry about your spelling, my friend. I really want to see a new Éomer.
Éomer would be good.
And I'd still probably put my house on it that we're going to get one.
I'd like a new Theodred. I mean, I don't particularly want him, but that is an incredibly dated model.
Yeah. I'm like you. I don't want Theodred. I don't want a new pose because I really want a cool Theodred pose in an army that I'm thinking of building.
Yeah.
It's just that
if you look at
hand
models
forward and it's a bit grim, isn't it? The mounted Theodred, is it just the Éomer mounted torso with different arms and a head on it?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really compared them.
I think
it's
it
not
is.
far off.
I think it is.
He's there, you know. You could have a look.
I've got a feeling that it is.
I haven't got Éomer to hand, but I've got Theodred. He's not far off.
It's very similar, isn't it?
Where's my precious black?
Have you got the L?
I've just got a...
He's nosed it up, hasn't he? I think it is the basically the same pose, but with the arms reposed on a different head.
What? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think so.
The armour looks very similar.
Yeah. I think it is. So what is there any models that we've not got yet that you're hoping to see imminently, or
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Éomer's up there.
Yeah.
If you're talking specifically about this release and this Legion, then you have to be guided by the profiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
The new profiles. So I think Ents would be cool where they do a
yeah.
I think where they do a plastic kit or whether they do some sort of conversion kit or quite what, I don't know.
It's been a
But
while since Forge World did anything big, though, innit?
yeah.
It was the Gundabad Trolls when it was the last thing. Oh no,
Yeah, probably.
was Guai here after the Trolls?
Yeah, but Guai is an old model.
Yeah, true that.
Guai is a like 2012 model or whatever.
Mm.
That was a re-release from the boxes. It wasn't a new sculpt.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've always thought it's not particularly this Legion, but seeing as we're talking about scouts and stuff, I'd like a better Boromir. I just
Yeah.
never thought I nailed Boromir of Gondor, like the Fellowship
No.
Boromir.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're a bit like rigid, aren't they?
Yeah, the
Poses.
best one, I think, it's the only model I'd say this about, is the Mines of Moria one. I love that pose, but it's just
swinging.
completely out of scale.
Yeah. Yeah, if
But
they redid that exact pose, but done it, give it a
yeah,
proper like modern makeover, then yeah, I'm with
like
you there.
a sword and shield Boromir.
Hmm.
Like, 'cause I like Fellowship. I like the Fellowship, and I like Thorin's company. So I'd always lean towards them. Or a new Legolas. Give me another Legolas.
New leggy, another leggy. We don't
I'll
need
always
another
have
leggy.
another Legolas.
Surely we don't need another leggy.
Mm.
For me, kind of like you with the Legolas, I suppose. I'd really like a new modern version of Aragorn from like the Amon scenes.
Mm.
That'd be cool. Maybe if they did like a dual series, like they did with Thorin and Azog, if they did Lurtz and Aragorn.
Boromir, Lurtz, and Aragorn.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome. Just putting it out there if anyone's listening.
It's also not beyond the realms of possibility. That'd be a seller.
Oh yeah,
Big
all day long.
recognisable characters.
Yeah, all day long that'd sell. There's so many, but the thing that I'm finding at the minute, like if you'd have asked me this 6 months ago, I'd have had a list of maybe 5 or 6. I want to see this, this, and this. But because we're getting so much new stuff, like you don't even get a chance to stop and think, like with the rated that things are getting released, which is great. Like I like it. And when we got the what do you call it? What's his face? What's his name?
I don't know. Ben? Luke?
Give me a second. The new Grishnak.
Yeah.
No one was expecting that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's great that you get these little surprise releases of things that you didn't expect, you didn't really need, I don't think there's anything wrong with the old metal version of Grishnak, if I'm honest.
No, Grishnak's a cool model.
I mean, the new Forge World one is obviously beautiful, but I just like the fact that we're getting stuff like that. I think it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's our opinions. Let's have a look. Where are we up to? That was Stephen Wright's question. David says the new scenarios are quite good. I'm really liking the look of them. Yep.
New what, sorry?
New scenarios.
Oh yeah.
And Stephen Devlin says Assassin and Retrieval are my favourites. And he doesn't agree with the Siege Veteran should be able to use the Siege weapon kills. No, I don't either. Dan G. Ross, I was happy with the Siege Weapon cheese meme from the Siege Weapons conversation. I didn't see it. Did you see it?
I don't think I saw a Siege Weapon meme.
Can you get it up, Dan? And if you send it me on Facebook with all the multiple images that I've now got in my inbox, I'll dig it out and pop it on the stream.
Steve loves getting images on the stream.
Love an image. Maccas, thank you, boys. That Frodo is genuinely the one from the original magazine way back when. I fully painted it. Let's get this.
Well, actually the same model as well.
He sent it me again. Let me get it.
There you go. Awesome, Maccas.
Smashing it.
It's working, Steve. It's working.
Let's have a look. Flipping heck, Maccas. He sent me a photo album, this lad.
It's all right.
Hey, to tell you what, considering he's just painted that in the time that he painted that, looks belted. Save image. Save. This will impress you. This.
No pressure on this now. Yeah.
This will impress you. This. Maccas has upped his game without a shadow of a doubt.
A shadow of a flame.
Nice. I need to stretch it because I've cut his head
I
off.
think he's a good painter.
Yeah, that's not bad. You want to knock out some commissions, Maccas, if you can paint that quick.
I've still got a spider web Frodo on my screen at the moment.
Yeah, it'll change in a sec. Stephen Wright, I would love to come to some of the tournaments, never attended one, but I live too far away. I live in the southeast of England, but hopefully we'll be able to come down or come up and have a couple of games with you guys.
Even that is madness. You
That,
can't live too far away from all of them.
yeah, there's
It's probably
events
worth asking.
everywhere.
Are you a child, Steve? Do we know him? Is he like travel on his own? Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Stephen, how old are you? And
Let's say I'm 47. But if you're like in the southeast, it depends exactly where you mean by the southeast, obviously.
yeah,
But there's you do kind of generally have to travel a bit for tournaments, but there'd be some within an hour of you, I'm sure.
yeah. I'd say most people are within an hour of an event.
And whenever if there's an event within an hour of me, I'm always like, right, that's a local one.
Mm.
Get to that. Macca's, that photo looks amazing.
It's
mate.
cool, isn't it?
That's gorgeous.
Show off.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Green's beautiful.
I might send him some of my models. Ben says, last time, Stanners, that is, last time I went to Throne Schools was our epic Helm's Deep theme game, Damian, and I snuck
Oh,
third
that was amazing.
that year.
Yeah. That was. You'll correct me if I'm wrong about this because I can never remember the details. But there's something like my crossbow. I was Isengard. I had like a fighting Eric Higham, and he had like the heroes on horse. No, he had Isengard, I think, and I had the heroes of Helm's Deep on like their horses and stuff with some Royal Guard. This is 5 years ago or something, and he shot one of his crossbows at. I feel like
Did you have it? Was it mostly all hero that you had? Am I remembering correctly when you had a roll?
Yeah, I had like about 6 Royal Guard. It was about 600 points. So I had Gambling Third and Legolas Aragorn, and then filled up with Royal Guard, I think. But yeah, so he shot this crossbow, and I feel like he had like 6 in the ways or something like that, and he killed whoever it was, Theoden or Aragorn, and then the next turn he did the same to try and kill the other one and killed his own leader. He was outstanding.
Yeah.
The best crossbowman ever.
Where are we? Oh, I've lost it. Stephen Wright, I would love to. Oh, yeah, I've done that one. Oh no, yeah, I've done that one. Macklin, Steve, I've seen more of you than I ever wanted to see. Yeah, we can't go into that, Maccas. What happens on tour stays on tour, my friend.
Lads.
Yeah. Me and Maccas had an epic, very memorable night out in Manchester at one.
Wondering what that was going to be.
At one of my events, and I'll never ever make that decision to drink and party as hard as I did at an event that I'm supposed to be running ever again.
So that's the Macklin effect.
Horrible Sunday, horrible. Kevin Quianen, is it? Hi from Netherlands. How are you doing, Kevin? I hope I pronounced that right.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Evening.
Chris Murphy, I did spend a 7 stones trying to persuade Adam Troke to do a Forge World Balrog. This is one thing I think will happen.
Balrog.
I think we'll get a new Balrog. I think when they eventually do a Moria supplement, we'll get a new Balrog, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the old one?
There's nothing wrong with the old one. What was wrong with the old Krishnak?
It's a bit wonky.
No, it's sound.
He wasn't in the range though, was he, Krishna? I just think if I'm the product manager of GW, I can probably, I don't know the exact time right, but I can probably get one of the sculptors to do a new Grishnak in, I don't know, a month.
Yeah.
Or a Balrog is like, what, 4 months, 5 months of one of the sculptors' time?
Yeah, that's true. But, so, okay. So let's go off them timescales.
That I've made up.
That you've just made up. We'll use them. So how much is the Grishnak model blister?
20 quid?
20 quid?
Something like that.
So a tenner for that model.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much would a Forge World Balrog be?
£7,000.
It would be a lot, right? It'd be about 50 quid.
It'd be more than 50 quid.
So that's five. All right then. So 60 quid, 70 quid. That's 5-6 times the amount that Grishnak is bringing in for only 4 times the time.
I think you'd be at 100 quid easy.
Do you hear how confident I am with these times and prices? Like I know what I'm talking about.
in our made up facts and figures section, I think it'd be 100 quid easy. Think about the troll brute.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
quid,
and
right?
you know what though? I would pay it. I would buy that model tomorrow.
2,000 a day, 10,000 a day, and people will pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, this Balrog wasn't catered to cater. This Balrog wasn't created to cater only to the super rich.
Well, look at Smaug. Smaug's, how much is Smaug these days? 300 quid?
No, he was 300. He's about 360 now.
Is he?
Yeah, he was too cheap. So he put
Jesus. Jesus. It's a lot of resin, that, though, isn't it?
it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Care about the amount of resin.
Where are we? Chris Murphy, he's telling Macklin that his product is great, and it is.
Great.
Stanner's epic crossbow.
Yeah, there he is.
Stephen Wright, I'm 24, I don't drive, but we don't have any tournaments near my way. I live in the Maidstone area, and there might be, but never found any of the tournaments. Might be looking in the wrong place. I'm assuming you are on the GBHL Facebook group. I'd always put a shout out like in the group. I'd just say, is there any players in and around Maidstone? And I'm sure there are.
Maidstone, Kent.
I'm sure there are.
It's near where my gran used to live.
I'm sure I've heard people mentioning Maidstone before, players in Maidstone.
Your problem is you're about, I know, 4 years too late, because we used to have mid Sussex Wargamers who worked out of like East Grinstead and Crawley Way, which would have been really quite near you, and they used to run amazing events. Sam Page, they were some of my favourite events ever. They used to run out of a pub, and basically Sam Page moved up to Manchester. And it was the death of those tournaments, sadly. But they are still playing. I know that Chris Dan and Tom Seacombe still post under the Mid Sussex Wargamers name.
Yeah, didn't Chris Dan do a couple of videos not long ago?
Yeah, he has. So Mid Sussex Wargamers are still going in some way, shape, or form, and maybe maybe what you're after. So I'd maybe have a shout out for them. But yeah, like Steve says, just whack a post up on the group and sort of say Maidstone Kent, because there's so many people out there now. There's bound to be someone down your way.
100%. And if there's not, start a scene yourself. Lucky says, you UK guys, concept of distance always cracks me up.
Oh, how far we have to travel?
Yeah.
It's because I spent 3 months out in Australia about 20 years ago now, and I remember getting on the coach at Sydney to go up to Brisbane, and it was an 18-hour coach ride. And that's like to go up to the next major city. I was like, 18 hours, and then to go up from there to Cairns, it was like 14 hours or something. I was like, it's absolutely absurd. It's just madness. You just can't think about it. Yeah, it is crazy. You do what you're used to, I suppose.
Yeah.
But my limit. I had my limit. It was about 3.5 hours. Was my sort of weekend tournament, which gets me to Manchester.
Yeah.
I stopped going to like the Preston ones because it was just too far. To go on a Friday night and back on the Sunday.
Yeah.
That was 3.5 hours was about my limit. But we're lucky with where we are.
Well, we're getting the HS2 soon, aren't we? So in the next 10 years, you never know. What is it? What do they reckon? 2 hours, London to Manchester.
Yeah, but I'll wait and see what.
Just saying.
And
it's only costing £1 trillion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's only going to be about £800 a ticket one way.
You know what everyone said? God, I wish I could get to Manchester faster for a lot of money.
Kevin says, I am new to the hobby. I am really loving it, but last week I played against Goblin Town. They are so powerful. What is their weak spot? It's a horde. I mean, Goblin Town's tough. You kill the heroes, and it doesn't matter how many goblins they've got left on the board. If you break them, and they've got to take courage checks, they're going.
They're much better in this edition because they don't have shaman.
Yeah.
So they can't neglect it. So yeah, take out the heroes or tag the heroes once they are broken.
Yeah.
And they will flee. If you can get Harbinger of Evil in there, either the King of the Dead for good or one of the Wraiths or something for evil, that really helps. Something that can do a lot of output, good damage out. Army of the Dead are amazing against them because they can kill them on threes, and they don't die very easily.
What's your army, Kevin? What were you using? Let us know that. Stanner says, Legion Horse, charge my leader. 5 in the ways, into combat, killed Leggy. Next turn, Aragon charges leader. Same crossbow pings the captain in the back of the noggin and kills him.
I was at 5 in the way that that's standing.
Macklin says it was an epic shindig. It was, my friend. It was a night to remember. Murphy, a new Balrog can be huge and close to the right scale. Yeah, because I don't think there's anything wrong with the plastic Balrog or the metal one. Like scale wise, it is out of scale, but it's still big enough to look huge next to everything else on the table.
Yeah, Balrog, isn't
it? Yeah. Alex Kaiser, hello there. How you doing, Alex? Richard Woods completed Frodo, submitted Steve. I'll have a look now, my friend.
That's Shelob, isn't it? That's Shelob Frodo.
Yeah. I've got one here from Dan G. Ross as well. What's he sending me?
I'll tell you what's worth doing, just while there's still fair people in. I'm going to read who's in the competition, and if you think you should be, send us another comment. I've got Thomas Macklin, Cal, Dan G. Ross, Rich Woods, Bradley, Chris Murphy, Zarfi Engel, and Will Pinter. That's who I've got in. So if you're painting some Uruks or a Frodo and Steve somehow missed you or something, let us know in the comments.
Let's have a look. Dan G. Ross, I don't know if you send me a second picture. It looks like from your wording that you have, but I can't see it. So could you send it again if you have? Rich Woods 2. Right, I'll put Rich's up. That's a great Frodo, that, Tom.
Thing of beauty. Like Macklin, he can paint, he can paint when he wants to. You just can't roll dice.
For toffee.
It's just dreadful, isn't it? For anyone who doesn't know Macklin, I want to make something very clear. He's a very good friend of mine. And I'm not in any way saying anything about his tactical ability. He's just actually physically incapable of rolling dice. It's the only person I've ever seen do it in nature. He does all the right things. He moves his models, he chucks his dice, and he gets 94 ones. It's quite incredible.
So Rich Woods' Frodo is up. Looks very nice. I like it. Alex Kaiser, hello there. Yep, done that.
Oh yeah, that's good, Rich.
Stannis says, get on the Southern League Facebook group. That's like Stephen Wright.
Stephen, yeah.
Chris Murphy, I wish I could only go 3.5 hours to the tournament.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's what I mean. As I say, we're lucky.
Yeah.
We're lucky where we are.
Kevin says, thanks. Goblin Town's weak spot is to let me control them, says Tim. Chris Murphy, you just need to break them. The heroes have poor courage. Yes, they do. And he was using Thor's army. I love the models. Grimhammers are amazing models, but throught and Thrain are not the best heroes out there. They need a buff, in my opinion.
Oh, throught and Thrain are great now.
I like them.
Throught amazing. 6-inch banner, potentially. What's the word? Unkillable. What's the word?
Not
immortal.
No.
Invincible. That's the one. Invincible. And then the Grimhammers under Thor are amazing.
Grimhammers are cool.
And Thrain's burly now, right? He gets his master.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Forged axe. Yeah, they're brilliant. They used to be awful. If you dig out the Hobbit rules, they were really expensive. I want to say they were both 140 points, and they were just dreadful comparatively. But they got a big buff in. I think they got fixed in There and Back again.
Yeah.
And I think they're great now. Great heroes.
What have I got here?
I fear I've slightly bitten off more than I can chew tonight.
Yeah.
It's taken me longer than I thought. I've just realised we've passed the hour mark, so I'm still working away on my second colour here. Making good progress, though. Making good progress. All good things. All good things. Anyone who names that reference can win a shiny point.
Can I be in it?
I don't think so. I think you have an unreasonable advantage due to the number of people who live in your house. The quote is, all good things, all good things. You know what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a lad.
Alex Kaiser, I wish there were even tournaments on my side of the US.
Yeah, I mean that's a different world, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Bradley Cobden, I miss the days of using my full Grimhammer list with Thor, Thrain, and the Young Dwarves. I really need to try the same list again and see how they do.
It's better now, mate.
Yeah, do it.
Better now than it was when you were using it before.
Do it. Stanners says Olaf Frozen.
Oh, that was quick. We're up to date then, are we?
I'm right at the end now. Stephen Wright, I'll do a shout out on that page, but I'm hoping to do driving lessons soon once I pass and got some armies painted. I'll journey down up to Manchester to attend a tournament one day. 100%, man.
There's our ones, like Seven Stones in London, so it's obviously a bit of trek to you, but South West London, Twickenham way. Do Seven Stones. So information will be up about that very soon.
Yeah.
It's a doubles tournament now, but we've always got people looking to partner up.
Yeah, and I highly recommend it. It's a good event.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, get to do some of these smaller local ones first. I'd say get a feel for how the events are put together. Maybe some one days if you can. But you're always welcome in Manchester, my friend. We've got Scouting in October, which is always a big fun one. We've got a couple of smaller non-competitive ones to do, and I can't believe I've not even mentioned it yet.
I'm very restrained.
Just announced over at Top Table are putting on a free event.
So I saw a video of you in a trendy cap.
Yeah, a free event. We're putting on a free event. It's not costing anyone anything to come, and it's just kind of a way for us to say thank you to everyone who supports us and helps us out.
Word on the street is it's free.
It's free, mate. It's free. It's free.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost anything.
It doesn't cost you anything.
There's 40 tickets, because why not? And then.
But Steve, what if people just sign up with no intention of coming? How are you doing?
Well, you see, this is what we're doing. So you have to pay a £5 deposit.
That's brilliant.
You have to pay a £5 deposit for your place, and then when you arrive on the day, you get a £5 gift voucher for Element Games.
Oh, so you buy a £5 gift voucher?
Yeah, and get a free entry.
That's great, because you can just pick up a couple of paints or a paintbrush or a quarter of a box of models that you've wanted for a while.
Yeah, it's like perfect. It's perfect. And it's going to be the usual stuff that are at our events: the cool boards, the cool prizes. But yeah, it's just
Cool,
just a cool thing to do, isn't it? Really,
yeah,
we wanted to do it for a while, but we didn't know how to make it work. And
it's very cool to do, actually.
So, yeah. Right.
Should be fairly easy, I reckon, to fill that up though.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't go? I mean, I'm not going.
Yeah.
But that's just because you're not coming to Seven Stones now. Treacherous betrayal.
I'll still come and see you though. At some point.
I've just seen a comment from Lockie pop up, so I'm going to do humble brag time to make sure he's still in.
Yeah.
Have you seen his latest stream?
I haven't watched it all.
What, you haven't got to
Which
the end?
Which one
right?
are you talking about? His stream? No, yeah, I've not got to the end.
High one.
Yeah, I've not got to the end.
You know how this series works with him? That at the end he spins the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who won?
Macklin.
No, Steve.
Did you win?
I won, mate. I won the live stream draw. It's fucking awesome. I can't believe it. I was watching at like 2 a.m. cheering on the hedges and the hills like I was, and I think he's got. I looked at it. I think he's got about 140 patrons or something.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you watch it and you're a patron, you've got 100. You got a 1 in 140 chance of winning.
Yeah.
Something like that. And the wheel spins and you're then on a list.
I love the wheel. The wheel's great.
Yeah, and then he rolls the dice, and I only bloody went and won. And I'm absolutely buzzing. So I won the 10 fighting Eric High, and the hilly mode, which is freaking awesome.
So there's 10 you don't have to paint.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll now be using them in the rest of the events. I think the Eric's featuring quite a lot, and then when they're done, they get shipped over to me, which is buzzing. And I've named them, which is cool.
Oh, you've named them all?
Yeah.
Nice.
Such is the functionality. So I couldn't believe it. I've watched like a few of them. I followed every episode of it, and I was thinking every time I was like, the odds of winning this are so slim, like so slim. And even if it lands on your section, you've only got like a 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 chance of getting it, and it gave up. Absolute madness. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I thought there's something quite appropriate about winning Eric High, being me.
I bet Lachlan would have been wounded that you won it though,
That's
because it's going to cost him about £500 to send them.
if you make these stupid claims, you post stuff to everyone. But he did. He said to me like, "I hope you win more, so that I can combine postage."
Yeah. We need to get Lockie over here, don't we?
Yeah, he was going to be coming to Ardicon, but then
Yeah.
I think because of young Hazel arriving,
Yeah.
he couldn't make it, which is about as good a reason as you could ask.
Yeah.
She's doing well. Gorgeous little girl.
We need to make that happen. That'd be cool. It'd be awesome to get him on some battle reports and stuff.
He's a high quality human being.
Yeah.
YouTube channel's alright as well.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not up to the kind of professional quality of some of our shaky cam footage on the GBHL.
Yeah, and echoey starts, which we obviously do on purpose because for comedy value.
Yeah, so I'm buzzing about that. So I'm excited for his next one to cheer him on.
When was his last one? When was it? Because I watched the first half hour.
It was last week. That's why we're doing this week.
I didn't watch it live.
So our ones are always on one of his off weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff that I should know, really, innit?
Yeah, really. Although we only do it once a month, so it might not need to pick up on that sort of schedule. But yeah, I always figured it would be mad if we did this on the same time because it would then make it into a seeming competition rather than something inspired by it, and B, he'd win the competition.
1 week we should do it where, depending on times, because if he starts his really late, when we finish ours, his starts, and see if anyone can sit through both streams.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Someone will get a prize if they sit through the whole of both streams.
That'd be wicked. I'd do it. I'd sit through them. I always find myself doing it at like 2 o'clock in the Sunday morning, and I give a lecture at 9 a.m. on Mondays.
Oh.
I just feel like, what the hell am I doing every week? Because his bat reps always go to hell. It's wonderful. He lets the scenery fight and stuff at the end. The bat reps are so small, but they don't last very long. And then so you're just sitting there cheering on a hedge or cheering on a hill at 3 in the morning, going, "This is not the most sensible thing for my working life."
Yeah. I can't do late nights anymore. I need my sleep.
What's your call tomorrow? You're on stupid o'clock last
night. About 5:45 tomorrow.
5:45. You know what's really weird? A month ago, that was 5:45.
Is it?
Yeah, you've changed the way you're formatted.
I'm street now, mate. Street.
Is it because 5:45 sounds later than 5:45? Right?
Yeah, because it's got 6 in it rather than 5.
I've got a bonus tomorrow because tomorrow is half term. Which doesn't affect me, but it means Emma's off with Charlotte, which means I don't have to take Charlotte to childminders, which means I wake up at about 8 o'clock instead of 6:45.
8 o'clock, day's half over.
8 o'clock might be pushing it, given I'm teaching at 9, but at least 7:30, I'm getting a line. It's all right. 9 a.m. Monday starts for me on like teaching at the moment. It's absolutely dreadful this month.
I'm struggling to motivate myself at the minute. Like, if it's not Toy Soldiers or something YouTube, I'm just struggling.
Yeah.
This is real life.
To confirm, before I get absolutely slaughtered in the comments, I'm not objecting to 9 a.m. work. I'm objecting to 9 a.m. teaching. There's a world of difference between starting work at 9 and starting teaching at 9 for me. Because if you start teaching at 10, you get to get yourself in the headspace, have a drink and all that sort of stuff.
Have a gin before class starts.
It's really psychologically prepared yourself.
Let's have a look. Stanner says Josh Gad.
Yeah, someone won it ages ago. It was him, wasn't it?
I don't know. Richard Woods, are you going to show the pic of Frodo with his friend? Oh, hang on.
That's what he's doing. He says, Standard says Olaf, Frozen, Josh Gad.
Yeah, Josh Gad, yeah.
That was the answer to the reference. All good things. Olaf from Frozen.
Where are we? God,
certainly, to my mind, and this is going to be a big comment, the second best Frozen film.
Do you like Frozen? Do you think Frozen 2 is better?
I do. I've seen it 3 times now with the little one. I think it's amazing. Absolutely astonishingly good.
My God, I've got so many windows open. It's a joke.
Just shut a few of them, mate. It's cold out.
Let's have a look. So we've got this one.
High quality comedy on the GBHL.
Okay, so I'm going to. I'll tell you what, time's flying by.
You get this time.
Dan G. So Dan G. Ross's current whip is up now, so you'll see it in a second.
Is this finished or is this little cheeky progress update?
I think this is finished. Not based it though.
No, bear in mind that you don't have.
Oh,
to
he sent me a meme. He sent me the meme as well. Let me find it.
You don't have to finish it on the stream. You just have to make progress on the stream. So that's all good.
You'll like this. I'll hold off posting it till everyone's had a good look at your Frodo. Let's get this up. Yeah, big summer blowout. That's my. I love that. Woohoo!
Big summer blowout.
Bradley Cobden. It was awful before they got fixed, but just looked. I think I'm supposed to say so much cooler than the Warriors, in my opinion.
Well, Grimhammers, yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if you got throught, you got strength 4, defense 7 Grimhammers.
Yeah.
With throwing weapons, which have got better. Absolute jackpot. And crucially, their pick hammers are hand and a half, so you don't have to go two-handed.
Yeah.
It's astonishingly good.
Lucky says Frozen, of course. Standard says, right, chaps, I must get my head down until the next time. Love you both. Love you too, man.
Good to see you, buddy.
And he says good night to all the chat peeps too. Dan G. Ross, interested to know when this event would be. Might make the journey up again. The free event, it is... when is it?
May the 8th.
May the 8th, yeah. It's Bank Holiday Friday. Yeah, there you go. Rich was just put Bank Holiday Friday, 8th of May. South Girl, all right, I'll have to go to bed soon, but I sent a picture of my progress, Steve. Thanks for the stream. We'll look it up tomorrow. I'll dig it out in a second, my friend. Good night.
It's all work, buddy.
Dan G. Ross, party. Zorpasort, Wheel of Fortune, bloody shipping to the UK. Ardacon 2021. Don't worry, guys, I'm coming. Just honeymoon got in the way this year too.
Honeymoon in Manchester, mate. City of love.
Exactly. Stay out of Piccadilly Gardens, man. It's dodgy. Dan G. Ross is off tomorrow. Sod. I shouldn't be calling the viewers names, should I? That's jealousy for you. Richard Woods is off tomorrow as well. Damn it, you guys.
Place to be, mate. I'm off on Tuesday for half-term childcare purposes.
Right, okay. Do you want to see the meme?
I'd love to see the meme.
Have you seen the Frodo?
What Frodo?
Dan G. Ross's Frodo.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Sorry, it does not come out. Yeah, it's awesome.
So now the meme.
Is he finished or is that a work in progress?
I think that's finished, but he's just not based it.
Awesome, mate. Good work.
So meme is a go, which will pop up in a second. I'm waiting on Agrak Surfshade to dry on my Oryx. So
yeah.
Start highlighting.
I've got 3 left on my second colour, and I'm onto the straps. Well, actually, do you know what? I'm going to go rogue, and in the middle of a stage, I'm going to do the wash on the teeth, just to... it's a cheese catapult. That's good. So I'm going Raikkonen for my teeth. I've done Baneblade Brown. I'm going Raikkonen Flesh Shade over that. So it should shade them and give a bit of red in there. A bit of, I don't know, blood or mouth or lip gloss or gum disease, whatever. Gonna nip round these bad boys.
I'm not going to get these done. In half an hour, no way.
Not with that attitude. We'll just keep going to 1. It'll be fine.
Yeah, all right.
That's what we did last time, mate. Done it once. It's only once a month, power free. What the kiddies want.
No can do, man.
You sound like Harrison.
Got to be on the ball tomorrow. Got to be on the ball.
A wrecking ball thing.
Start a big project tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey.
Done before.
Let's have a look.
Really 11:30. God. This has been good though, man. This has flown by.
Bradley Cobden sent me a meme.
We should start at 3 in the
whip.
afternoon.
Say again.
We should start at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Then we get everything done.
Where are we? What's Pintar sent me here? Ah.
At least the technology's holding out again, though.
Yeah, I think your better internet helps.
Yeah, better internet, better camera, whole lot, jackpot.
Just need to get a 4K now, mate.
Have you got a 4K camera, Steve? I haven't heard.
Got a couple, mate.
Got a couple.
Got a couple.
Doing all right, this boy.
Hey.
Oh, we don't do this. We don't do this for profit. We do this for fun. I was like, I just bought another 4K camera. Yeah.
This YouTube lark has cost me an absolute fortune.
Had it long
I
around.
tell my wife how much I spend on crap.
Yeah, it's when spending money on the models becomes the cheap part of your hobby.
Yeah.
Boom, there's teeth done on all of them. Look at that, smash that out.
So I've just popped up Will Pintar's painting that he's been doing today, which includes the Frodo.
Cool.
He's been getting stuff painted because he will be appearing possibly on a possible live stream battle report that will possibly be on Wednesday, possibly on another reputable YouTube channel. Possibly.
Reputable?
Possibly.
God, that's a lot of painting. He's doing that at the moment, you say?
That's what he's done today.
Oh, there's little Frodo line on the Shelob.
Yeah.
That little Cirith Ungol type list. Little Goroth in there. Shagrat. Mordor Orkshire. Oh, I just painted that Miranda's Shame and I hated it. I hate that model. I didn't enjoy painting it. I didn't like any of the way I painted it. And it's just a horrible model. I never want to see it again. Would not recommend to a friend. It's good though, buddy. Getting on well there. I thought, given that we didn't do it, we did issue 3, but it might be worth having a flip through issue 4.
Do it, man. Do it.
So issue 4, we had the plastic Uruk-hai. So this would have been, this is the 4th issue. That's 8 weeks after it started, and it started in February. So this is about April 2003. So this was, what I find interesting about this is, if you look on the back, it's the Two Towers range that they're, the Two Towers range that they're largely promoting.
That was the first box set that I bought.
Oh, very cool. And the Uruks obviously came out for that. So even, you talk about their confidence or whatever, it wasn't like they were just giving away old models. They were giving away their, the new models for that year. But they're very, very cool. And in this, it's the first issue where I think they go deep into one phase. So they actually talk you through the fight phase as opposed to just talking you through how to win a fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you get the whole process, and for the first time ever, you wouldn't believe this. You get the wound chart.
Still the same wound chart as today?
Yeah, it's the same. I don't know quite what happens up at 9 and 10. Can you still not hurt things? I think you possibly can, but yeah, it's exactly the same process. There's no 2s on there. It goes, 2 of 1, like 4-4, 5-5, 6-6, and then 6-4, 6-5, 6-6, which I'm pretty sure is the same. Lovely little models in there. And yeah, so you get a whole fight, and then you get this scenario called Elven Attack, which is the one Lockie did, which is basically a recon, where the Uruks have to try and break through the elves. Looks like it's a relatively even scenario. It could be like fun to try even now. You got 8 high elves, so 4 bowmen and 4 swordsmen against 10 fighting Uruk-hai. And they start on the other side of the board, so the elves have got 4 shots. I think they say it's 3 foot, so you've got 36 inches. And evil win if they get... Oh, how much do they have to get off? That's the victory conditions. Evil win if they get 5 off. So I think it's in Good's favour.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get 5 of your 10 Uruks off the table, you win. But it feels like that would be quite good fun to play. And Lockie did it on the back rep, and then obviously the hills and trees got involved. So it's good fun. And then you get a little assembling your Uruk-hai warriors. I noticed a mistake. Do you want to see the mistake in a 20-year-old magazine?
Let's do it, man.
do it. Let's go big. Let's ruin the lives of people. So I'm pretty sure we have stage 2, dry brushing the armor. See that? See that orc?
Yeah.
There he is, right?
Yeah.
That's just after you dry brush the armor, funnily enough. And in stage 3, it says silver edging. Look at the picture for stage 3 complete.
I can't really see it.
Yeah, well, it's the same. The same picture. That model has not had his edges silvered. And actually, when you get to the finishing off at the end, you can see the difference the armor makes. I think we'd all agree that this edge highlighting has not been done on this picture.
Yeah.
So this is wrong.
True that.
Might as well burn it. But it's nice. The models are starting to look. It's pretty much the way I've painted them, to be honest. I think even four issues in, they're starting to look significantly better. And then you get to make a hill. Check it out.
Gotta love a hill, man.
Make a hill out of polystyrene, slice a slope into it, sand it down, and cover it in flock. And you make a beautiful hill with a beautiful hedge in the background. And you are starting to get a sexy little table.
It's something special, that.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, the hill process is still the same, basically, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not like a million miles away from how you might make a hill now. Lockie did a really nice hill, which I get to keep.
Win-win.
Amazing, yeah. But yeah, so issue 4 is super cool. So it's nice to get there.
We've got currently up, if you look on the screen, you can see Bradley's Frodo.
Oh, very nice. Is that a work in progress, or that looks like it's finished, maybe, if he's done the base?
Yeah, it could be done, Just, going through my multiple PMs that I've got.
Just give me 2 secs.
I'm stuck now. I probably would have got these finished, but I'm waiting on the wash to dry because I just absolutely slapped a load of agrax on them. Like a silly boy. I might just start highlighting them now. Sod it.
Sorry about that. So where are we? What are we doing? What's up?
I just said I can't really highlight anything yet because my models are still dripping in agrax.
Back in the chat for you then.
Let's stand out.
This is why I get all my shading done before the stream.
Yeah, cheating. It's called cheating.
Cheat codes. Painting 14 models though. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The annoying thing about this is if I don't get them finished tonight, the whole point is that I get these done and they're done for the stream. I've got zero interest in painting these models beyond the stream.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of the same with these.
Yours will just go back into the box until we've gone through the whole series and we come back round again.
Yeah.
And you can finish the same ones.
I've not. I quite enjoyed painting the goblins last time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've enjoyed these as much.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I actually thought it's weird. I mean, I'm obviously doing more. I did 9 last time. I'm doing 14, so that's part of it. But I genuinely thought these would be significantly quicker to paint. And they haven't turned out that way. Than the goblins, I mean. I've nearly finished my second of the 2 colours, really. Sorry, the second of the 3 colours. So after this, I've just got the Mornfound Brang straps to do. And then they'll be done.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty good. So I will get them done. I'll push on with them, sort of. I might even do it tonight if you whenever you call it and you want to stop, I might stick at it because I can normally go to about 1 a.m. before I get
Show off.
Crazy. But I want to make sure they're done so that we can stick a picture up. Sort of do the here's one what I painted on my stream. What? Do you want me to jump into the chat?
Yeah. You can, I caught up, so there might not be a lot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So we bonus day off. I'm off tomorrow for half-term childcare passes. Sent you a whip. Haven't done much. I've just been looking through old model cases at models I haven't used in forever. That was Bradley. What is that tonight? because of the stream. That's awesome. That's kind of the point. I think we said that a little more in the first episode, that you dig through those old cases, you find loads and loads of treats of old models that you'd forgotten you have, and some real cool sculpts in there. Chris Murphy says, I love that meme. Dan Bowles. Was it Dan's meme? Was it Dan G. Ross's meme?
Yeah, Dan's meme, yeah.
A mighty, mighty meme. Will Pintar's got all Tuesday off and having an SPG day at Element from 10. Come and join us.
I can't Tuesday because I've got my hall pass for Wednesday. So we'll be live streaming a game on Wednesday, and will be taking part.
Cool. There's another SPG day down there, though.
Yeah.
There's a good group. You going down there, Will? Or going on? It's cool. Nice to see like that sort of stuff springing up. Not just around the events and all that sort of stuff.
We're lucky. We've got quite a lot of players in and around Manchester now that come down semi-regular, and it's just one of those things of keeping everyone interested and in the same groups.
Yeah.
That will really help keep the community together.
Oh, that's awesome. Danji Ross says, Richard Woods, hope it went well today, mate, so I couldn't make it. Dan says, picks look ace. Is that Bradley's Frodo, possibly? It's hard to tell what was up on the screen at that point, but whoever it was, he's congratulating you.
Bradley's is still up, yeah.
I'm sure Danji Ross, nice guy that he is, would congratulate everyone on their work, so sure, on behalf of him, he thinks all of your work is amazing, as do we all. It's become some weird legal caveat-filled thing to make sure that no one gets offended. Today went great, thanks. That's Rich. Going to do it again this summer. Alex Kaiser. So why does everyone hate Tario?
Nobody hates Tario.
What madness is this? Stat line. Well, if I just get out my Tario magazine here and see what I don't think there's anything in here about anyone hating Tario. All I can see is
there's even a Tario battle report from that magazine somewhere.
There's a battle report. I mean, we've got a custom Tario scenario. There's a with the battle report. There's some Tactica for using Tario, written by a handsome man. There's a Tario Legendary Legion. That's good. One of my favourites in there. That's 1,000 points army from the Tario Legendary Legion.
1,000 points of Tario.
Yeah, it's Tario and 2 Angry Book fans. That's good. There's a painting guide by Kev Spector. I don't think anyone hates Tario. That's madness. Yeah, she's awesome. She makes my heart sing. I don't know what's this up there. There's this as well. That's good. There's little. Where is she? She's up here. There's the other way. There's Tario. That's good. People don't hate Tario. Madness. Her stat line looks quite good. 85 points for 3 attacks, fight 6, and that ability that stacks attacks. Why the hate? Because people are drunk. She's awesome in the game. She's really good. Her special rule is amazing. I've used her a lot over the years, as people will know. She's a bit of a glass cannon. She doesn't roll a 6 on that thing more than you'd think she wouldn't. If you put a banner next to her, that helps no end. She's the only, I think she's the only elf under 100 points to have 3 attacks.
She's very good. She's very good.
Anyone want to counter that? You can get a twin, obviously, which on average is under 100, but you pay more for the 2 twins. I think she's the only single elf model under 100 points to have 3 attacks, which is pretty good. Elf bow as well. Richard Wood says, who hates Tario? Shadow and Flame says, fake news, everyone loves Tario. And then I think Alex is saying, are you sure? I think that I think Alex, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the group, but there's an on-running gag basically where a bunch of people who I jokingly refer to as angry book fans don't like Tariel because she's not in the books. That's the kind of thing that people, generally speaking, they don't. If they're big fans of the books, they don't like that kind of change and think it's unnecessary and it takes away from other characters. Yada yada yada. That is their opinion. They're very welcome to it. But
they're wrong.
but they're wrong. Yeah,
They're wrong.
entirely wrong. My stream, my rules. But I don't think people don't like it in the game. I don't think anyone dislikes her profile in any serious sense. But it's just some people who will name nameless because they have no right to reply on here. I think that's only fair. Don't like her and don't like changes to the book. And I think a lot of people have this weird thing where they sort of see her as representing almost a personification of Peter Jackson's adaptation of The Hobbit. It's kind of, a lot of people say that the Tariel is what's wrong with The Hobbit, adding new characters and changing things and stuff like that. She's also, you can't, to be fair, you can't break away the idea that she's involved in a love triangle, and people don't like, it's not really a triangle, is it? It's a line. But the love story with Keeley, and again, people don't like that. So I don't think that does her any favours, I suppose. But it's just all craziness. I think she's awesome. I think Evangeline Lilly's awesome. I think she fits in the world really well. And I got so amused by it earlier this year that we did a April Fool's issue of SBG magazine all about it, which, as the tagline read, was a Tariel fanzine by the fans for the trolls. But yeah, she's awesome. I've got the big Weta statue downstairs as well, the new one they released. There's a massive, stunning statue of Tariel in my lounge, which my wife's delighted about. But yeah, she's awesome.
Tolerant.
Yeah.
Right, I'm quickly whacking highlights on these bad boys. Very quickly and messily.
I think, hang on. I think, is Alex Kaiser actually just messing with me? I'm starting to see some things saying it was a trap, Damian. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's not. He's saying I like the Hobbit movies. No one can change my mind. I agree. I have no idea now. I don't know what to believe anymore. But yeah, I like the Hobbit movies a lot. I think they're great. I would far rather we had them than we didn't.
Yep, correct.
And my big claim, which people really don't like it when I say this, we only have the game today because of the Hobbit movies. If the Hobbit movies hadn't come out, it wouldn't have got the shot in the arm with the Hobbit releases, and I think the game would be dead.
Very true, I suppose.
And we got a new Tariel model last year, which was awesome. Best Tariel.
The new one?
Yeah. Defender's the Lake Town one.
Yeah, it's cool.
Definitely the best one. Well, I think. Alex has said, no, I'm a 13-year-old, no malice. Yeah. All right, Alex, you are absolutely right. It's some people don't like the adaptations of the Hobbits. That's what it is. They don't like changes. People don't like change.
Changes.
It's very strange to think the 13-year-old's watching us. How are you doing, Alex? Has he said much before? Do you play, Alex? Do you paint? Are you painting with us? What do you do?
Paint with us, my friend. Paint with us.
Come to events. Nice to find another Tariel fan.
The internet's going to be up in arms.
About Tariel.
Two of them in one place at one time.
Yeah, I've become the sort of public defender of Tariel in a lot of ways. I'll speak up for a defender. I think she's very cool.
I always just find it quite amusing how passionate people get about the hate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's madness.
I think it's true of a lot of things for me in life. I don't dislike things as much as other people dislike things. Like in anything, I just don't have that. It's like all the various anger that people get about, profile cards and dice and stuff. Whenever anything like that happens, it just never annoys me to the same level. I just think there's more important things in the world.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as I don't decide to. It's not like I'm going, oh, I'm not going to be angry about that. It just doesn't upset me. I just don't think. I don't think these things are worth worrying about.
True that, mate.
But of course, I suppose that's easier said than done. How are you getting on, Steve? We haven't heard from you much.
Sorry, I'm edge highlighting, so I'm trying to concentrate.
Edge highlight? Have you considered just dry brushing? It's the way forward.
Don't say dry brush
it.
it here.
2010.
Can't say dry brush to me. I try not dry brush.
Spiker says Damian considered rage quitting the stream for blasphemy. As it turns out, there are no anti-Tariel lights, and it's a happy place. No quitting here. And Alex paints Mirkwood and somehow scraped together to get a Mirkwood album. Army, R.I.P. my wallet. Yeah, they are. They're pretty pricey, aren't they?
Cool though.
They're cheaper than they used to be, mate. And now, what are they? 40 quid for a warband now?
Yeah.
And they used to be 15 quid for 3. So
warband boxes are great.
Yeah. So it doesn't make it much better, but it's obviously a lot. I know it's a lot at your age as well. It's a lot more. But, well done for you for sticking with it. Good news about Mirkwood is that they're relatively expensive in terms of points as well, so you don't need too many. Danji Ross, does that make you the defender of the defenders of Laketown? Yeah, I suppose. She's also got the, I'm going to say, second best theme in the Hobbit trilogy. I'm going to put that out there. And by all means, in the chat, guys, change my mind. What is the best theme in the trilogy? And I'm putting that behind the Misty Mountains theme. The same one as the song, so the boom 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 boom. I'm gonna say that's the best because it's so cool. And after that, Tariel's, which is the that is Tariel's theme.
Durdle.
Yeah, that's where Durdle comes from. Is saying that. We had a big discussion about that when we were doing the cover, and we were like, it seems so intuitive to us now to write Durdle on the front. It's like, if you literally haven't had a conversation with us at some point where you sing Durdle, that would just make no sense. Just a photo of Tariel with the word Durdle in front of it.
Durdle.
Absolutely no context whatsoever. But, you know, if anything, I think that just made me want to do it more.
Oh, come on.
So,
I'm getting dry tip.
What about you, Steve? Themes in the Hobbit films?
Oh, I don't know.
Laketown's good.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's amazing how, without realising it though, those kind of little theme tunes for the different characters and different scenes, you don't realise it's doing it, but they're implanting it. You could hear that, and straight away you envisage the guy flipping his eye patch down on the boat in Laketown. Yeah.
It sounds like a sea shanty. Brilliant. One of my favourite little tidbits that picked this up from I think it's the commentary on Fellowship, is that if you watch, I think it's the extended version of Fellowship. It might be in the theatrical one, but no one watches that anymore. You know when Boromir stands up at the council?
Yeah.
And he starts talking about Gondor?
Yeah.
You hear the Gondor theme.
Yeah.
It goes the what? You hear that playing underneath him as he's talking, right? That's in Fellowship of the Ring, which was 2 years before Howard Shore wrote the music for Return of the King. Mm-hmm. So he knew 2 years before that was going to be the Gondor thing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I've finished my Steel Legion drab straps. It's just, when he says just, leaves me the Morfang and Brown straps.
I've got 5 minutes left to highlight the Steel Legion drab.
Is that are we hard midnight?
Yeah, they have to be.
Oh, in that case, we need to do a draw of some sort.
Oh, you're doing the draw live?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Okay. How are you going to
Cool.
do it?
I don't know. I feel like it should be. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to put. This is like when you got Ben to yell a number at you, and it was all very confusing. To to stop any form of accusation that I'm just going to pick Macklin because he lives near me. I'm going to put a number near everyone's. Oh God, I've got the wrong amount. this, this is a disaster. I've miscounted. Shit. Right.
Swear in.
It's all right. Okay. So we have 8 people in the draw.
Yep.
Danji Ross says, please wait until at least 1 minute after midnight to finish the stream. Okay. Why? What happens?
My pumpkin.
What happens if you feed Danji Ross after midnight? So all these people have now got a number by their name.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this on my phone. Let's just check this. I've got it on my phone here. It is, of course, on the other side of my phone. And I think Steve should call a number.
Between 1 and 8?
Between 1 and 8. And I will, let me just make sure this is on the screen. And I'll turn my phone around and we'll reveal the answer.
Okay.
Does that sound fair to you?
That sounds fair to me.
All right. Are you ready, Steve?
Yes.
I'll keep my hands firmly away from the keypad.
Yes.
And if you pick Macklin's number, that's on you, not me.
Do you want me to say it now?
Yeah, say a number.
Number 5.
It's not bad.
Who is it?
Oh God, it's gone horribly black. Oh, I saw refocusing. Come on, it's Chris Murphy.
Hey.
There is the proof that they're not all Macklin. Oh God, it's gone dark.
Do you know what I've noticed about Chris Murphy?
You know what?
He turns up to your events, right? He buys about 3 raffle tickets and wins 3 prizes.
Yeah, he buys big on the raffle normally.
He's just won this. I had the first ever tournament we had on Top Table Gaming. Before the other lads were involved, he won that. He wins everything. You need to start putting the lottery on you, fella.
There you go. So Chris Murphy, congratulations. You are the winner of this wonderful, I'll pop it out again, Mayhem in the Mountains souvenir priority token.
Very
of course,
cool.
Mayhem in the Mountains is the name of a tournament in the States. There's your evil priority and your good priority. But it's also quite applicable for this Balrog v Dwarf thing. Kind of fight of mayhem in the mountains. So there we go. Chris, I'll be in touch and we can work out what we're going to do. If you might become 7 stones, I guess, in which case you can have it in May.
It's very cool. Congratulations, brother.
You can always put it in the 7 stones raffle if you want. But yeah, congratulations, Chris, for, oh my God, he did the invisible Frodo. It's
a farce.
It's
a farce.
I'm so sorry to everyone who painted.
Everyone who's took time out of their day.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, at least he painted it. It's dreadful. But hopefully you enjoyed that new aspect of the stream, which we will keep going. And then once we run out of these awesome tokens that Tim McKnight has very kindly sent over to us, we'll give something else away. Maybe like this. This is this wonderful priority token that I've got.
Yeah.
It's
from Milk. Milk in the Mountains.
It's like Milk in the Mountains. It's got like the concave side for evil priority and the convex side for no, it should be the convex side for evil because V for Vex is the second letter in evil.
Yeah.
So if I was you, I would be putting everything into winning one of the next 5.
And if you've got merch, spare merch from events that you'd like to get over and give away on the channel,
that'll help us out.
By all means,
too, because then you won't be winning Milk Bowl tops.
Yeah, I mean we're not asking for free stuff, but send us free stuff.
Yeah, I mean Tim McKnight has got on board, so why aren't you all as good as Tim McKnight?
All the way from the States, man.
You might win it back, man. But yeah, this I think we can chat for a few bit. But let me just
I'm just finishing these highlights. So
Chris Murphy, this is pre-win, says apart from Goblin Shamans, Damian, what did that implies to me that did my Tariel bounce off your Goblin Shaman at some point? that sounds like. I don't remember that. Sorry, dude. Pop it down. Stephen Wright, I love the Hobbit movies. I don't care how much they changed it. I still love them. They mean a lot to me because they're my granddad's favourite films, but he died before the Hobbit came out. Oh my God, that's dreadful. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
But it's good.
But yeah,
You've got good memories of them.
To have that kind of connection.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have liked him. Alex says, I absolutely love Thranduil, Megalus, and Tariel. Do you know, Alex, if you're 13, you're relatively new to it, do you know there used to be a better Megalus profile?
Yeah.
Between 2014 and 2016, there was a profile for Legolas that had 3 attacks and fight 7. That's where the Megalus comes from.
Stupidly good.
And I know who it comes from as well. It comes from our friend Rob Crom in the States. He was the first person to use Megalus as a name. It was over in Nova, and we brought it back. So Rob kind of started that.
We stole it.
Oh, sorry. Actually, Tariel's still talking. He died before the Hobbit. Sorry, Stephen's still talking. He died before the Hobbit came out, and he never got to see them. So they mean a lot to me because they remind me of my granddad. But Tariel's a great character, and I love the Lake Town theme. Wow, that's a lovely story, Stephen.
Yeah.
Alex says the best motif is the extended edition to the death from Battle of Five Armies. Is that the funeral music they play? Is that the bit you mean? Yeah, that's very good. Bradley says we need a box of models, the Defenders of Tariel, a model of Damian, and objectives that are pieces of Tariel memorabilia. There's a Hobbit book open on the pages that refer to dogs setting the table.
Crazy
That's
people.
a reference to the fact that whenever someone tells me that the Hobbit movies are too silly, I always refer them to the fact that in Beorn's house in the book, dogs walk in on their hind legs and lay the table.
And don't the trolls have a purse that talks as well?
Yeah, it's the purse that catches Bilbo.
Yeah.
Because, and the quotes are something like, you know as well as I do that trolls' purses are a mischief. Alex says, I can actually play the fight between Megalus and Bolg on French horn. That's awesome, dude. The box would also play the Tariel theme as hummed by Damian every time going for it. I would buy that. Yes, I can also play Gondor on the French horn from Alex.
Alex, you're just showing off now.
Oh, it's good. It's impressive.
Showing off now.
I think that sad version of the theme that's played at the Council of Elrond is on the French horn as well. So maybe that's the bit he's learned. Alex said, I absolutely love Howard Shore's music. Listen to it every day when I do homework. Yeah, me too. It's my go-to music to put on
in the background
when I'm working. Chris Murphy says, yay, congratulations, mate. You won it for basing and model. Oh my God. Dan G. Ross says the reason you need to wait for a minute is you were 26 and then a 27. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, fella. Happy birthday.
Is it yet? Yeah, it is. Happy birthday,
2 minutes
Jan.
past. I'll raise a Coke Zero to you, my friend.
I'll raise the remnants of my beer to you. Happy birthday, Dan. That's awesome.
Congrats.
Chris, you stole Dan's birthday present.
Yeah.
It's all a bit Smeagol Deagle, isn't it? Yeah. You could absolutely.
Just saying, Chris, you rock up. You rock a bit of what's it called? That basing stuff. Took you 2 minutes. He's painted a Frodo start to finish.
Who do you think you are, man?
You know.
Josh Cosby, thanks so much for taking the time to stream this. It was just what I needed to persuade me to go for a painting stint this evening. Oh, you're very welcome, Josh. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Good man.
Chris says I finished basing it. Tom Mack, at least he's finished it. Tom Mack says, oh man, I'm gutted. However, I'm glad it went to Chris. Rich Woods, next time I'm going to paint a base and say it's an invisible model. Rich Woods says, happy birthday. Everyone starts saying happy birthday. And Alex says, no, Thorin versus Azog is too. Oh, he must mean the piece of music when Thorin plays Azog. No beers from Chris. We've caught up.
Yeah, we're up today.
I see you've arranged your sexy painting handles.
That's them. That's them done.
Are they done?
Yeah.
So what did you do? I don't think you talked about your theme. Your theming.
I sprayed them all lead belcher. I painted the flesh in Doombull brown. Mixed in a bit of a Shabty bone to highlight, and then did the Steel Legion drab on all the leather. Highlighted that with tan earth, which is Vallejo, and washed it in Nuln Oil and then Agrax. And that's it. Oh, and did the shafts in dark grey and the hair in dark grey.
Way.
What about yourself?
Yeah, so I've done all the flesh on all of them in Doomball Brown, and all the cloth on all of them is Steel Legion Drab.
Do you want to
So
hold a couple up? I'll make you big on screen.
I could send you a picture. Would that work?
Yeah, just hold them up. I'll make you massive on screen.
I have to find my patented L-shaped device.
You're actually huge on screen now.
I'll do the siege captain. He probably looks right. Now, did he need to go close to it last time? I can't quite remember. Let's try this. All right, how are we doing?
How you do it? Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there.
So he's had the skin highlighted in Doomball Brown, and you can see his gloves there.
Yeah.
Steel Legion Drab. And can you see there's a strap around the glove, like around the wrist?
Yeah.
And then there's a strap just on that bit that's hanging over his groin. There's a tiny little strap.
Yeah, a little strap there in the middle bit.
Stuff on the so they haven't been done. It's like the gloves have been done, but the straps haven't. Then on the back, you can see his socks have been done down the bottom as well.
Socks, love his socks, yeah.
But the straps again on the boots haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And his hair's been dry brushed. Esh and grey. Oh, and I did the teeth as well. I did the teeth on the stream, which I just, it's incredibly boring stuff, but I don't even know if it was sharp. But they were whatever, Bane Blade Brown and then Rycliffe Flesh Shade.
Yeah.
So all right, they're fine. They did the job. They're just doing 14 of them took longer than I thought it would.
They look cool.
So I've got to all I've got to do really is, I think the only colour I've got left is Doomball Brown on all the straps, which shouldn't take too long. But it's probably about an hour, I reckon. Probably need another hour in me.
Yeah.
And then I'll tidy up the shafts on the pikes where I've got a bit of paint on them, and that'll be them done.
Yeah.
I'll do the basis. So I reckon if I glue sand down tonight, which I probably can.
Super glue, mate. You'll have it done in 2 minutes.
I think I might have a picture for the stream up on. It'll be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll put a picture of my Uruks up. Well, why don't you do it, mate?
Do what?
Like if you finished yours, because I did it last time. Stick your 5 finished Uruks up on the GBHL.
Yeah, I'll have to base them first though.
Yeah, we'll do that. Well, whichever of us finishes first, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then just do a sort of thanks for joining us. Stick your comments underneath.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll base them. I'll base them. The way I base is very quick, so I'll get them based, whack a picture up, and people can post all their finished pictures of what they started. And it doesn't. I mean, they can post whatever they want, whatever they've been painting whilst listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can paint, and the same as last time. It's just whatever you got done. It doesn't matter about the draw now.
Yeah.
This is already, I think, better than last time, which is awesome in terms of like people getting involved and painting and hopefully painting the old stuff. So, dare I say, shall we look ahead?
Yes.
So next time, I took the liberty of getting the magazines.
It's exciting now. It gets exciting, doesn't it?
I know, right? Coming in the next episode of Battle Streams Middle Earth.
Oh, I've just broke a pike.
What did you say?
I've just broke a pike, Hannah.
Oh, I thought you were excited about the magazines.
I'm fuming.
Oh, it's TKI. Hello. So issues 5 and 6 with tedious predictability. Steve.
Yes.
Do you know who's in issues 5 and 6?
Aragorn.
Aragorn is in issue 6.
5 is. I know this. Is it Lurtz? Yeah, baby. I wasn't even looking at the screen then.
Massive picture of that.
Yeah, wasn't even looking.
Steve, this is what was on screen. Steve, who's in the next two? Oh, I think one of them's Aragorn.
I was fixing my pike.
I don't know what the other one could be.
Can't work in these conditions.
Yeah, so in this version, and I actually think we can, if I get 4, you see the preview. So this was the Lurtz model that came with Battle Games Middle Earth.
Old school.
Yeah, sword and shield. And this is the Aragorn model.
Classic.
It's a lot of people's favourites, right?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Converted that numerous times.
Yeah, you have.
Do you want to see one?
Steve,
do you want to see one? I've got one to hand. I've got 2 to hand. Do you want to see them?
Brilliant. Let me see it 20 seconds later than everyone else.
Let's zoom in. Spread them out of the way. So I did one with a cloak, which will come up in a second.
I can just see you fixing a pike at the moment.
Yeah, fixed it well.
They do. I've done a few of those over the years, and they do go back together all right, don't they?
Yeah, except for when you step them and it looks like a weird pixel change.
Step them.
Yeah, when you don't get it on straight. So that was the first one seen. I just done a green stuff cloak, and then the second one, which is my favourite, is I converted him to have a cloak and.
Are you holding stuff up, or are you? Oh, right, you're not doing photos.
No, you'll see it.
Oh, is this on your 4K cam?
4K, mate.
Yeah, so that's running one with a cloak. I can see him now.
Yeah, and then the same pose, but he's now shooting a bow. You'll see that in a second.
I remember your bow. Yeah, he's like his bow's horizontal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
he's
diagonal, you know. Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I can't believe I said it was horizontal.
So yeah.
After all we've been through. So Steve, why do you have so many Aragorn conversions?
Because I love Aragorn.
Would you say that Aragorn is your favourite character?
I would say he's pretty much my favourite.
That is cool. How many Aragorns have you painted?
I don't know. I think what I'll have to do is get them in one place, count them up. Jot a few words down and
take a photo of it.
Take a photo.
Maybe write an article about it.
Maybe could be.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do that.
See if people like it.
Find some morons to publish it for you. So that means if you want to get involved next time and be in with a chance of winning one of these fabulous icons, I presume we're doing it at the same time, which would be in about a month. It always feels like it didn't feel like a month since the last one, but it feels like forever now. Going, a month.
Yeah. But I think in 2 weeks you got Lockies.
No, in a week you've got Lockies.
Oh, in a week you got Lockies.
You got Lockies in a week.
You're confusing me all the time.
Because Lockie's doing one for every issue. We're doing one for every 2 issues.
Oh, is that how we're rolling?
Well, at the moment, yeah. I mean, I could pitch it to him if you're up for it, for doing it every other week. But you also then get slightly less choice in what you paint because you've only got one issue.
Well, the way we're doing it's cool.
Yeah, I think
it's quite relaxed.
Stick at it for now.
Yeah, it's quite relaxed.
It's nice to do this sort of committed thing for like once a month. I think we can easily sign up to that.
Yeah.
So if you want to get involved in that, what you need to start thinking about now is what Lurt's model will allow any Lurt sculpt and any Aragorn sculpt.
Oof, so many.
And then that will be what you paint. What do you reckon you'll do, Steve?
Probably do an Aragorn because I've not painted one for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you got one lying around that you're interested in doing?
Well, I wish the next stream was this stream.
That's a strange and impossible
because then I would be painting Aragorn now and it would come in handy. Would it come
in handy? I see, yeah. That would be good, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would come in very handy, wouldn't it?
Well, it'll be another Aragorn, it's alright.
Yeah.
Is there an Aragorn you haven't painted?
No.
I'm doing Aragorn.
Which one?
I'm going to do the Defenders of Helm's Deep one. I'm going to point him.
Yeah, I painted that not long ago. On camera as well.
Yeah, that's the one I'll do on the stream.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I'll do.
The Death of Gothmog Aragorn I've not painted.
There you go.
I've been looking at it for ages. I want to do a little bit of manipulation to the pose. I don't like how straight his sword is, like horizontal.
You want a bent sword?
Yeah. I want a
But yeah, I think I'll do the same thing. I'll base coat him with shading before, and then basically have three hours just highlighting Aragorn.
Cheap.
Well, I also think because he's not holding his sword, and he's got one arm down by his side, there's less of the model to paint as well. There's less surface area on that model to paint.
Yeah.
So I think he's quite doable. But I do want to get him done anyway.
I enjoy painting him. I enjoy painting him. He was good. He's quite small, isn't he? All the models in that set were quite small.
Oh, they're beautiful. Yeah, they're really nice. I've got the legless here actually. I think, isn't he? He's around. There he is.
The legless is like holding his dagger up on his shoulder, is it?
Yeah.
And it's the only sculpt that's got the armor on it. Actual armor sculpted, right?
No, there's at least one other.
Is there?
Yeah, the one firing his bow standing on the rock.
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah, it's cool.
There he is. That showing up to you?
Very cool, yeah.
That was more.
Shall I make it big?
It's up to you. Do what you want. He is in focus now, though.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, it's a cool sculpt. That I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's lovely. And he's actually coming in the future because he's in the issue after. So then we get my version of your one next time because Legolas is my favourite character.
Yeah.
So we've got Legolas coming up, Legolas, and I don't know what else. I don't know what the other issue is for the next stream but one.
Oh, I don't know. It's been that long. I don't know.
But yeah, Legolas will definitely be there. And so I'll be painting my, I don't know, 9th Legolas, I think.
Legolas.
Yeah, I'm doing one at the moment. I don't think I told you this. For the same project we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I got this one in progress.
Hang on, let me zoom it. Oh yeah, I really like that sculpt as well. Most of the Legolas sculpts are really cool.
Oh, he's awesome.
I don't think there is a bad one, apart from the plastic. Man, yeah, it's cool.
Very well sculpted model across the range.
He's always a victim of snapped dagger.
Oh, metal, mate. But I love painting Legolas. I started painting him because I got so pissed off with those Moran heroes.
Yeah.
I did it to sort of cheer myself up, and I just always really enjoy painting them. Something about the colour scheme, I think. There's a lot. I like painting cloth rather than armour or skin. So yeah, but that's 2 streams to come. I was just checking with the chat, see what we've done.
Let's jump back into the chat before we go. Everyone's saying happy birthday to Dan. Let's have a look. Steve being too rough with the shaft, standard.
Domsky X, what a comment right at the end. This GBHL magazine. It depends which one you mean. If you're talking about this is not the GBHL magazine. It's the Dyke Digs. Sorry, Domsky, I have no idea what you know. This is the part work that was released in 2000. But if you were talking about, as I did flick through this, which was the our April Fool's Day special. This SBG is the magazine that myself and Tom put together. Tom from GBHL with the help of others, and that is our fan-made magazine that we've been doing for about 6 years now. And we are working away on issue 10, our big 10th issue celebration. Steve,
yeah,
do you know about that?
No. I've heard a few rumours that there's some absolute legends.
Things you may have been picking up on are that the photo shoot for issue 10 is in, is it 2 weeks?
Yeah,
2 weeks' time we're doing the photo shoot. Young Steve here is involved, and so we'll be taking the photos for that. We're doing our biggest ever battle report. I think we've got about 600 models.
A lot.
Something like that. It's going to be absolutely.
I'm bringing 599 of them.
You're bringing 2 that are incredibly important. And we'll be doing that, and that will hopefully be out at the end of May. So that's the what you're thinking of as the GBHL magazine, Domsky. And if you're at all interested, drop us an email on sbgmagazine@gmail.com.
I'll pop it in the chat.
Thank you very much, Steve. And I could do that, but then the keyboard is nearly a foot away from me. So, and we'll get you all the information you need. Cheers for that. Alex says, "Thank God it isn't Finecast." Indeed. Dan says, "At some point we should do Return of the King video games. One playing as Leggy and the other playing as Aragorn."
I used to love that. I used to love that game.
Yeah.
Pintar says, "Looks like I'm going to get an Aragorn. Yes, get an Aragorn. Get that Aragorn. It's like, it's great model to paint as well. The Helm's Deep one.
My first Aragorn. Painted him 10 years ago or something. Looks rubbish now, but a lot of sentimental value to it."
Yeah. Macklin, good night, lads. Love you. Love you too, brother.
Sorry, Chris stole your coin.
Rich Woods, 3 Hunters is an awesome Aragorn. Yeah, the new plastic one is. Yeah, it's great. The old one is. They're just a little bit big. The old 3 Hunters. That's the only problem. Let's go. Bradley, just put both of the Helm's Deep Aragorns on my desk. I'll probably leave painting now for a month. Yeah, hold off, man. Yeah. Paint with us. We're fun.
Make one of them practice. So you're ready to paint the other one in 3 hours.
Brad, he also says, "Not sure how I used to manage painting for hours every day until the early hours of the morning." Yeah, I go through phases where I can and then I can't.
I've come back to it now. That's why I've been painting so much recently. I've found some sort of new weird work-life balance where I'm able to do it. Yeah, I'll probably keep going on these.
And Alex says, "My favourite Legolas pose is him mounted on horse with Orcrist."
Alex, you're entitled to your opinion, and you seem like a lovely young fellow, but that is absolute lunacy.
The original metal sculpt is
I
crazy
think
good.
with all due respect, I think those two fine cast ones of him as Prince of Mirkwood are absolute dross. I think they're some of my least favourite sculpts.
They suffer from that
It's his chin.
shrinkage. It's the shrinkage. It's fine cast shrinkage.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's very gaunt looking.
It's still for me that it's the one that you said didn't exist. Actually, it's the Helm's Deep one where he's got his foot on his rock. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's so many good ones.
Very characterful. And that is it. We're at the end of the chat, and it is now 20 past midnight. So I am going to have to go Bodie Bows. So
I would suggest
yes,
it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks would be March the 15th. We haven't talked about it.
March the 15th.
That'll be a Sunday.
Should be good.
We'll have to confirm.
Yeah.
Nearer the time, but that would be 4 weeks' time. Whether we can do that or not, we'll have to sort of let you know.
Yeah, we'll look. We'll look into it. I think it'll be all right. Nothing's jumping out at me. March 15th, anyway.
You'll know about it because we'll publicise it. We normally start publicising it about a week before.
Yeah.
It'll be when it'll be, but hopefully we go for that. In the meantime,
in and around.
Yeah.
The mouth.
Oh god.
Super bad. Super bad. That is from.
Do you know what the most impressive thing about the stream is? We've been streaming for 3.5 hours and we haven't mentioned allies of valor, like heroes of valor or heroes of fortune.
We refuse to.
Yeah, that is what we hope to bring to you on the internet. A small oasis of hobby pleasantness.
A respite from it. Yeah. But no, yeah, it's been good. Another good one. Thank you everyone who joined in the chat and joined in the painting especially. Appreciate it. We'll get
so much.
Our pictures up. I've been Steve.
I've been Damian.
And we will see you March 15th ish.
Have a great month. Enjoy the GT.
Take care, guys. See you later.
Bye.